Afraid you might miss out on the big stories from your favorite team? Well, not to fear, the NLL newsletter is here. All you have to do is subscribe to the new NLL newsletter, and you'll get weekly updates from everything that is happening around the league. What are you waiting for? Subscribe today.
Hyvää ja arvoisa yleisö ja tervetuloa seuraamaan Box-Lacrossen EM-kisojen ottelua. Seuraavassa ottelussa pelaavat Englanti ja Suomi. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to European Box Lacrosse Championship game. The next game is between England and Finland. Joukkueiden kokoonpanot ovat vierasjoukkue Suomi. Here are the players roster for both teams for the upcoming game. The roster for visiting team, Finland. 0. Uusitalo Lauri. 9. Aaltonen Jarno. 10. Arola Samuli. 15. Pekkanen Pentti. 17. Lehtimäki Lukas. 19. Varja Mikko. 23. Elonen Juri. 25. Helminen Miika. 33. Kaisani Anssi. 45. Aho Niko. 48. Peteri Simo. 50. Jokela Roope. 51. Jaavanti Joni. 52. Koskinen Severi. 71. Mattila Markus. 77. Laaksonen Valtteri. 81. Milleri Joakko. 86. Viitanen Jani. 91. Aho Kimi. 92. Vire Niemi. Kotijoukkue Englanti. Roster for the home team, England. 2. Smith Devon. 3. Simon Matt. 6. Gilray Josh. 8. McDevitt Denny. 12. Morris Matthew. 15. Walker William. 16. Puck Elliott. 17. Claire Knight. 18. Arthur John. 21. Clooney David. 22. Smith Brady. 23. Baldwin Matthew. 27. Foster Jack. 29. Joseph Tony. 31. Phelps Josh. 49. Dodre Billy. 51. Rosh Tom. 55. Basil Ed. 75. Gillen Michael. And 93. Claire Sam. Suomen kansallislaulu.
Hello, lacrosse friends. Welcome back to the European Box Lacrosse Championships in beautiful Turku, Finland. I am Steven Stamp, pleased to be bringing you the final game of the day at Turku's Gatorade Center. It is Finland, the home team, against England in an important match in the final match for these upper groups. This is the Karelia Group final match. England and Finland matching up, and the other game in the group just finished a little while ago with the Czech Republic beating Germany 10-8. So the Czechs, having beaten England 19-14 and having beaten Finland 14-8, win that pool. Israel wins the Karelia group, or the Kalevala group. And this one, with Germany dropping to 0-3 in the tournament, this makes the battle for second place tonight between Finland and England, and it does affect how the teams will advance in the tournament, whether they will go straight to the quarterfinals or if they're going to have to play a play-in game. And I am joined, as we're about to face off, by Tanner Fetch, and welcome to the broadcast booth.
Well, thanks to have me here. We're up in the rafters, best seat in the house.
It's beautiful to watch from up here, and we are going to get going. It will be Finland with Jimmy Viren taking the face-off against Mike Gillen of England. This is a big game because these teams want to avoid that playing game so they can have a day or two off. It's a long week, a lot of lacrosse. Gillen with a face-off violation, and Finland will start with the ball. And we have the Finnish language commentators next to us. And they're going to be pretty pumped up for this one, the home crowd. Rupi Jokela, wearing the blue and white of Finland, gets it over to Jimmy Viren. Finland going left to right on your screen. That one bounces all the way out, and Gillen's going to come up with it. England gets their first possession. The white with the burgundy shoulder caps for England. That pass through the middle is going to go all the way back down this long white floor. It is a huge arena here, a huge rink, and beautiful place to play, eh?
Oh, this is one of the best rinks, best arenas, and now fans are starting to file in, as you can probably see too, so the atmosphere is just going to pump up too.
Yeah, it is nice to get some more folks in. There's a save by Josh Phillips, who is in the game. There was concerns for England that he was out for the tournament after he hurt his shoulder when he ran out to cross-check a player early in their first game. About 12 and a half minutes in, it looked like he might be done for the week, but he is back and starting. Elliot Pugh on the bench. Here comes Finland. Here comes a chance for that is Severi Koskinen. And there's going to be a push in the back on the loose ball, and England will get possession. They throw the ball immediately up the floor. Jack Foster will slow things down a little bit. He's going to try and get the ball set up. Hands it over. Matthew Marsh, who scored one of the best goals of the tournament earlier. There's a low shot that goes wide. That's going to be over and back again. So England not having much success in the offensive zone so far as we're a minute and a half in. Phillips will just stop that one. I talked to Josh Phillips yesterday before their game, and he seemed quite adamant to say, no, I'm fine. Because everyone was talking about your shoulder was really bad and you weren't going to be able to play. He's like, I'm fine, no problem.
I had that exact same chat with him as well, so said the same thing.
Didn't seem to want to talk about it a whole lot.
No, I got the exact same response, yeah.
Yemi Viren going down. He is checked in the back, knocked down, no call. And then a nice block there by Brandon Smith, having a very strong tournament. He's going to fake a pass to no one in the corner. Oh, and Devin Smith, his brother, just fell over on the far side, which actually created 6 men on the floor for him.
Yeah, it did. I was doing the too many men signal up here.
I caught that.
Yeah.
Nobody else did, though, so I thought I'd just make it seem like I thought of it myself. England on the far side. Dylan Goddard with the ball. Up top, there's a sidearm shot by Sam Clare, who was on fire yesterday, but that one's stopped by Laurie Usitalo. That pass ahead doesn't connect, and pretty smart play, I think, there by Matthew Baldwin to just let that ball go through and play the man. There's the pass across, and looked for a second like there might be a shot, but I think Josh Gilray is going to slow it down. There's an opening. Gilray cuts to the middle. That one's tipped away. Joachim Miller getting his stick on that ball. Keep your eyes on number 81 in blue and white, Joachim Miller. He is a beast. There's a save by Usitalo and a good shot for England. And Finland running the floor. This is Miller. We talked about him. He is strong. Is he going to pass? He's going to shoot and score. Wow. That is some prescient announcing, if I may say so myself.
There it is right there. You can hear the boys on the other side of the curtain. They're fired up. And we are too, because that was such a beautiful goal. Cuts in and puts it low side on Phillips and testing him early. So here it is here again on your screen as he comes down all alone. He has a partner there, so it's 2-on-1, and he shoots instead of passing in a smart move because he puts it home.
Yeah, and you know, it's just one quick point. It is the day of the nice uniforms today. The Irish green that you guys wore are lovely uniforms, and you were playing against Israel, whose uniforms just arrived. They are in perfect shape. The white with the blue, I really like those. I love the England uniforms. I think they just look really sharp. And these are the third Finnish uniforms, and they're pretty snazzy with
they are. By far, they could be my favorite.
I think so.
Kind of a Toronto Maple Leafs vibe to me. I am a Leafs fan, but
I grew up a Leafs fan, then I lived out on the West Coast where I became a Canucks fan. Oh, and there's a big collision. People flying into the boards over by the English bench. And we'll see who's going to get the penalty, whether it's Rope Jokela, who seems to be walking across. No, he turns and goes back to his bench. He thought he was getting one. Mike Gillen's going to go and have a discussion with the official. It's going to be an illegal cross-check to Devin Smith.
Well, it's interesting here as we watch the replay again. I don't know if the floor is slippery or guys are just falling all over today. Oh, yeah, there it is.
Yeah, but
on the back
penalty?
during the change.
Side of the shoulder?
Yeah.
You're a goalie. No offense.
Yeah, maybe I wouldn't know. You know, that could have been light. They could have went minor interference, even lose possession, right?
Yeah.
Something
a possession
like that,
call,
right?
handed over to Finland. But a power play for the home side, who leads 1-0 on the gorgeous Joachim Miller goal. Joachim Miller, who had a tryout with the Vancouver Stealth, and they really liked him. Jokela shoots, saved by Phillips, tries to jump out. I cringed as I saw him reach out his shoulder as he landed.
Apparently
but he seems to be okay.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't seem to be affecting him today. So
there's a shot and a save by Usitalo as Gillen managed to get one off. Gillen is knocked over. He was off balance already, and Pentti Pekkanen just knocks him over, and Gillen's a bit slow to the bench.
So still a minute to go on the Finnish power play here.
Yeah, Antti Käselmi is in the lineup tonight. He's wearing 33 over on the far side, has the ball, passes it down low, comes up to Jokela, and Selmi. This one goes down to Perry. There's a shot, and it bounces away. Viren's shot came off the backboards, and the 30-second shot clock will expire as that one went off the boards and did not touch anything on the way. Here comes Jack Foster, who's having a strong tournament. Hands it off to Sam Clare. Clare scored a pair of shorthanded goals yesterday. Brother Nate is not out there right now because they are shorthanded, and just the two lefties, Sam Clare and Goddard. Sam Clare is already inching towards the bench. That pass doesn't connect with Matthew Marsh, and that is why Sam Clare was heading to the bench to get the defender out. That is Brandon Smith is the first one. Jokela, who lit it up yesterday, 5 goals for Finland. Over to, now he goes to Aaltonen, shoots low shot saved by Smith, who's looking pretty, or by Phillips, who's looked pretty solid so far.
Yeah, he is. He's making save after save. They're trying to test him early, right? That's what we want to do, especially when he's coming off a couple days off.
Yeah, might be feeling a little unconfident or unsure. Nate Clare has the ball up top. Takes a hard cross check there from Jani Viitanen. That ball along the boards is loose. It's dark in here.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, we're going to find some lights.
There's no fan either that they promised you.
I know. We were promised a fan. It is very warm up here on the 7th floor of the beautiful Gatorade Center. Rupi Jokela with the hard pass across is a little bit low, and Mika Helminen unable to handle that one, so Phillips is going to throw the ball, and he can throw. That's the first time he's actually thrown a longer outlet pass, and he looked okay. I mean, wasn't on a rope. He just had to lob it ahead, but he got it there, so apparently Phillips is okay. A lot of pressure on Phillips, I find, because he's replacing Nick Rose, who's one of the very best goaltenders in the world. Yeah. And Phillips has been, a backup goalie in the Western Lacrosse Association. Obviously very good. Anyone who's playing in the WLA is good. There's a penalty coming. Just not sure which way. Looks like it's going to be on England as Miller has the ball. Devin Smith pulled him down. And then Smith with a whack. Almost got a second one there, I think. Aaltonen lets it rip. That one goes wide. Comes back out. There's a pass down low. Jokela misses. Aaltonen's going to fire it. No, he's going to pull in low and try a shot. And the ball is grabbed finally by England. And the penalty will be called. It's going to be a hold and a slash. So actually play should have been blown down. Yeah. With the second penalty.
Yeah, 2 penalties during the same play. Should get blown down immediately.
But Devin Smith, you can see he just grabs on to Miller there, and he kind of holds on to him after. I think it was a worse hold after he'd gotten called for it, and then he's just going to, right at the end there, he's just about to chop down on the arm. So 4 minutes in penalties for Devin Smith all at once, and Finland leading 1-0 after 6 minutes and 38 seconds, have a great chance to try and add some more. They've only put 1 up on the board. See if the second one
comes on after.
Maybe that's how it works on the scoreboard.
Yeah.
That shot by Jokela is knocked down, goes right back to him. There's a hard shot from the far side. Bounces out, and Gillen's just going to run up into the offensive zone. Gets away from Danny McDermott. McDermott, the defender from the west coast of Canada. And Gillen will run back and join his penalty-killing teammates. That's a tiring shift when you run the floor after you've been killing a penalty. We'll see if they try and get these guys moving and play on any fatigue they might have. Jokela goes behind the back. Aaltonen shoots. That one goes wide. It touched an English player, though. It goes up into the mesh. So Finland's got a fresh 30 and more tiring seconds for this English defense. Jokela up top. Thinking about going to Helminen. Comes to Aaltonen instead. Back to him. They're just tossing it back and forth now. And Selmi Helminen. Mika Helminen. That shot scores. Finland takes advantage of the first half of the Devin Smith double minor.
So that was their second look on the power play. Now they're 50%. 1 for 2 so far. And there it is up top. He fakes the pass and puts that one home. Down low, past Phillips again. So they're finding that success rate in the scoring zone on the lower half of Phillips and on the power play.
Down by the left foot.
Yeah.
That was where Joachim Miller shot. That makes you wonder when they are shooting in one spot that much, if they've done some scouting that makes them feel like there is a weak spot there, because teams will go after a weak spot if they think they've found one. We'll see how Phillips responds. See how England responds here. Now there's a penalty up. Okay, you know what? They put the first one up on the Finnish side, actually. And now the second one's got up on the English side of the board, now that I think about it. That ball rolls away. A little pressure from Sam Clare, but that one's picked up by Lauri Uusitalo, and Finland goes back onto the power play. Roope Jokela, so dangerous, is going to take a look at Aaltonen, throw it to Helminen. Just leave it there for Aaltonen? No, he'll bring it with him. Helminen to Aaltonen at the top, a little bit of a switch up. Jokela gets the behind the back pass. He's going to fire it, save Phillips, and he pounces out on the rebound again. Looking for the outlet pass. He's got to throw that ball soon. They have to get over center in 10 seconds. They just make it.
Photo finish there.
It was. Some hard work by Josh Gilray along the boards. I'll tell you, Josh Gilray 2 days ago had a fantastic game. And he's had a pretty good tournament here for himself. Based out of Peterborough, Ontario. Plays for the Ennismore James Gang in Senior B, and his brother is a strong candidate for the Major Series Lacrosse Rookie of the Year. His brother Matt, who is going to be one of the first 2 or 3 picks, I think, in the NLL draft in 2018. He's like a Joachim Miller type, big, strong. He's even better than Joachim Miller, but
one of those guys that you really want on your team, right?
Yeah. What a move by Goddard, spinning and spinning, the whirling dervish play, but the pass doesn't get through. It's picked up over there by Samueli Harala, and Harala just runs it up in the offensive zone. He's going to hang on and let Aho head to the bench, and then he'll hand it off to Jokela. 5 seconds left in the power play, so Finland probably not going to shoot here. They'll wait for Smith to get out. If you're wondering why, if you're not that familiar with the game, it's because you don't want to take a shot that could ricochet off the boards and hit and come out to the man, or be stopped and go out to the man who is coming out of the penalty box. Alternate like that kind of a shot would have been dangerous. That's why you don't take it.
Came out and he would have had a breakaway.
Yeah, so you don't do it. Lauri Uusitalo puts the ball down. I don't know what the rule is, to be honest, with goalies. I know everyone else has to put the ball down right away, but if a goalie goes out and plays the ball on a possession call, I think he can flip it to the ref.
Yeah.
You're winking at me. Goalies can do whatever they want, right?
Yeah, we got special rules.
Right. You can play the ball with your hands. You get to wear tons of padding.
Yeah.
Some of you even wear really shiny helmets.
That's a shout out to Sean Murphy.
It really was.
Team Ireland.
There's a shot from the outside by Sam Clare, and then he's going for the wrap check, and he's going to get a hold as he just hooked on. Joachim Miller has drawn his second penalty of the game, then makes a pass and a goal. And Phillips puts a little headlock onto the scoring player.
I thought it was going to turn into WWE SmackDown there.
I thought he was going to flip him. That is Mika Helminen with the goal, and this is a great play by Joachim Miller. We're talking about why he almost made the Vancouver Stealth. That's just a great pass.
Yeah.
Nice hard shot, stays out of the crease, and then Phillips grabs Helminen, who smartly doesn't do too much. England's going to take a timeout. Walt Christensen does not like this start his team has had. A little flat, and they're down 3-0.
Yeah, you don't want to get down by too much, especially against the Finns, because they'll make you pay for it. They're one of those stronger teams that keep their foot on the gas when they really get going.
Yeah, and the kind of team that seems to get sparked by success.
Yeah.
Some teams, they get ahead. I'm from Peterborough, Ontario, and the Lakers, where I'm from, are renowned for getting ahead and then taking the foot off the gas pedal and kind of getting a little lackadaisical and letting teams back in. But this Finnish team, they like to go and go and go.
Yeah.
And how about Joachim Miller?
Well, like you were saying, he was the NLL draft pick, and what did you say?
He wasn't actually drafted. He was just invited to camp for the Vancouver Stealth, and one of the last players to be cut by the Stealth. They really like what he brings to the table. They think he's a terrific prospect, just couldn't make their team. And the thing is, he doesn't have the experience to be ready to just jump into the NLL. They were thinking about keeping him on the practice squad, but I'll tell you, we've seen today, he's big, he's strong, he's fast, he's got good hands, he makes good decisions for the most part.
Yeah.
What's not to like?
Well, that's everything you need. That's the full package right there.
Yep. Walt Christensen likes, I was talking to him, and he likes to say, we look for guys who fit the acronym FAST. Fast, athletic, smart, and tough. And that's Joachim Miller to a T. Jimmy Viren, he's fast, athletic, smart, and tough. He's tiny, but he is tough as nails, and he comes up with that loose ball, hands it off to Roope Jokela. Jokela thinks about passing. Now he does. It's a little behind Aho, though. Viren is going to pick it up in the corner. Throws it up to Jokela. An attempt there for Helminen. Passes it out. just turning back. Sorry, that's Helminen now. Took it from Kaselmi. And then shot in the goal. Finland, we talked about how the success builds on itself. Helminen with his second of the game.
Wow, and this one going not in the usual success zone where they've been finding it earlier. This one goes top corner and hits the cookie jar. As it was a beautiful passing. I thought he was going to go with the ISO there, but he spins, pulls around, and dishes it across up top. And he shoots around the screen and around traffic, and it makes it hard for Phillips to track that ball and puts it home.
And that's Jimmy Viren letting that one rip. And, you know, he's a little overlooked maybe because there are some other players who are such dangerous players. I mean, Robert Raitila and Rupi Jokela. Now, Raitila, I think, is actually not playing tonight. He can be very dangerous, although maybe not as consistent. But, you know, you've got Jokela with the ball right now. You've got Altonen. You've got some of these guys that are bigger names, but Viren is very dangerous when you give him time and space, what you got there. Here's Altonen.
That's a
moving pick.
Yeah, we can see that one. Nice and easy, plain and simple.
England gets the ball back. They trail 4-0 with 3:15 to go here in the first quarter. Like you said, nightmare start for England. They're going to have to try and get things turned around. But Walt Christensen and some of their veteran players know lacrosse is a game of runs. There's no time to panic right now. Although they almost threw that pass away to Aho. There's a shot right into the belly.
Yeah, no, it is. You're right there. It is a game of runs and it's a game of swings. 4 goals is nothing in lacrosse. You can come back and turn that around, claw your way back into this game, and take it away from the Finns. As easy as that.
You can see how Finland gets going there. They flatten William Walker with the big hit on that last play right as he shot the ball. Here's Jokela going underneath. Shoots, big save by Phillips. That's a tough save on Jokela and a confidence booster maybe for Phillips, who has given up 4. And as a goalie, you know, when you've been hurt, you just don't know how it's going to be. And Phillips was adamant that he was fine, but almost to the point where it made you wonder because he was so determined to say, no, everything's perfect, everything's fine. Makes you wonder. Usually when guys are saying that, there's something going on. He may be mad at us for saying that, but he seemed angry with me actually when I talked to him and asked about it.
Yeah, I felt the same way. I wasn't sure, and now that he's playing, it obviously was fine. But that's what you don't want to. You don't want to get hurt on the first day of the tournament, right? So I thought maybe he was a little upset about it.
Yeah.
Because I got the exact same response with him.
Did you get the firm handshake?
No, because I was talking to him from over top of the from the bleachers there. So it's not easy. It's not easy, is it? You got so much lacrosse, so many names, and so many things on the go. Not only that, but I see you're working on a couple stories there.
I'm working on some stories. Posted, go to the CLA, Canadian Lacrosse Association. I got a story about Finnish lacrosse. Got another one coming about other Canadian coaches. There's a drive to the net. Aho. Jimmy Viren, the smart play, tries to just flick it in as he reaches over the top. And then Aho tried to just tap it in. You can't do that. You can reach in the crease and pick up the ball and throw it in with your mesh, but you can't just swat
tap it in,
which is fair. There's a broken stick. I've seen more broken sticks in the last 2 days than I think I've seen in a lot of lacrosse games.
Well, thank God they had the stick booth out there selling sticks, gloves, and if you want to get some merch, now would be a good time to do it because it's selling fast. Is it? Yeah, they got some beautiful hoodies and T-shirts and things like that, some souvenirs.
The hoodies are very cool. There's a shot at the buzzer by Matthew Marsh. I don't actually have time to go. Tomorrow I will, because I get some time off. But literally my days have been call a game. We're going to have a timeout now for Finland with 30 seconds to go. They will set up for the final push of this first quarter. But yeah, it's call a game. I have an hour in between where I go and grab something to eat, talk to the coaches for the next game, make sure I got pronunciations down, make sure I know what's going on, how they're doing, everything, anything interesting, anything new. And then I come back up, do a game, go back down, get something to eat, go and talk to the coaches, come back up, do a couple of interviews here and there. But yeah, some CLA, so Canadian Lacrosse Association. I've got the one up about the Finnish team, one coming about Team Israel, who will be hosting, as there is England, the World Championships for outdoor lacrosse, field lacrosse next year. And another one about some of the other Canadian coaches here. Also some work for U.S. Lacrosse Magazine. Okay. Talking about some of the American coaches here. Larry Fila, one, who is coaching Slovakia. He is committed. He is really into that program. And then Ed Shenandoah with Sweden, and Neil Paulus with Netherlands, and Heath Garlow.
Okay.
So 3 now. Heath and Ed and Neil are all First Nations.
Yeah.
But they are resident in the United States.
Well, it's nice to be able to tap into the minds of the coaches, right?
It is. And that's what the international lacrosse community is doing. You can see that. I mean, of the 14 teams here at this tournament, 13 are coached by North American coaches, which is very interesting. The Finns are just going to wait. They've got their 6 attackers out. They will wait till there's about 8 seconds left and then go to the net. 3 lefties, 3 righties, of course. Jokela over on the lefty shooter spot, and Altonen is up top, as we saw in their power play. Altonen goes to his offside, passes it across to Helminen.
Did he hit his own guy, or did that?
Oh, he sure did. There's a shot by Altonen. That one bounces away. We get kind of excited by osmosis being in the same room with NJ Tuominen, but that's a fast first quarter of lacrosse, and Finland, a dream start. Like you said, England, a nightmare start. What do you see coming after this break?
Well, I'll tell you what, they already took the timeout, and they're probably reiterating what they're saying, but they can't stress it. They got to just get the basics going, get that breakout going, get the transition, the changes, and get some shots on goal and turn this game around, right? They just need one goal to spark the boys, spark the bench, right?
The big thing, I think, is that England defensively haven't played great.
Yeah.
They haven't been terrific at managing transition. They've given up some transition chances. Offensively, they haven't been creating a whole lot. And Josh Phillips has been a little bit shaky in his return. Made some good saves, but also gave up a couple he wouldn't like. So not much really going right, and they're only down 4-0. I know a 4-0 hole is nothing to sneeze at, but it could be worse.
Yeah, it could be worse. Yeah, it could be better, it could be worse.
It could be better, it could be worse. And they are a good team. There's no question that England is a good lacrosse team. They have a lot of talent, a lot of character, and a lot of heart. So you know they're going to battle back.
Yeah.
The question is that hole too much? We've seen about 3 or 4 games where a team got out, some of them in the Granite division, some up in the higher divisions, but where a team would get out 4 or 5-0, and then the rest of the way it'd be pretty much even.
Yeah.
And that first period would be the difference maker.
So the gap is, they can never actually catch up and make that.
Exactly.
Close the
up
gap.
a bit, the other team comes back.
Yeah.
So.
Otherwise, they just go tick for tack for the rest of the game. And
Finland's happy to trade goals the rest of the way and win by 4.
Yeah, that'd be perfect.
So how's Ireland doing? It was a little tough today.
Yeah, it was a tough go today for the boys. We kind of made some mental mistakes and some errors, and the bounces weren't going our way, and we got into penalty trouble, right? So penalty trouble, that comes back to bite you, especially when it's 5-on-3s. Those are, it's tough. In lacrosse, those should be guaranteed goals. They aren't, always
close.
But 5-on-3.
And Israel moves the ball so well. They were just flicking that ball, and it's flying left, right, back and forth. East and west makes it very tough. As a goalie, you obviously know how hard it is when they're moving east and west, and then sometimes north and south, to make it so that you have to go back and forth, and it can get hard just to figure out where your post is if you have to go back and forth enough.
Yeah, no, that's exactly it, right? Especially for some of the guys who might be playing with the 4'6" nets back home.
Which is almost everyone.
Yeah, so now they have the extra 3 inches, and maybe you're off your angle by a little bit when you're going side, 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 side. So
if this is your first game watching at the tournament, or you're not familiar with what we're talking about, haven't heard it, the normal size for nets is 4 feet high by 4 feet 6 inches wide. But these are NLL size nets. FIL does use the NLL rulebook from a few years ago. So they've got the 4'9" nets, and that means they are 3 inches wider, and that's a ball width and a half, and almost 2 ball widths, which is a lot.
Yeah.
I know it doesn't sound like a whole lot. The funny thing is the nets were not made to the size. I don't know if you heard about the story, but
I did hear about
the day before the tournament, I think everyone has now, the day before the tournament, they found out that the nets were 4'6" and should have been 4'9". So the company that made them here actually went, cut the nets in half, added metal to the middle of the crossbars and at the back of the V where they join, and re-welded them, got them painted. You can hardly tell, like, unless you're looking for it, you wouldn't even notice. Unbelievable. They did that in about 12 hours.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, they had 3 of them ready in about 12 hours, and then the other one ready that night. And then I think they have 2 spare nets, because there's 2 arenas. There's here in Marley. So it was unbelievable. And what a great job. I know it was very stressful. Here comes Mike Gillen, puts the shoulder down, picks up the ball. They say he was in the crease, and he sticks Yoni Yelvanti But, you know, that was unbelievable. And they were stressed about it, but what a great job by the organizing committee to get on it and by the company who made them. I was really impressed.
It's just a small error where they got the CLA specs, or I think is what it was, right?
I think so.
So they made them 4 foot 6 inches wide. And whoops.
Rupi Jokela with the ball, passes across, it gets away from Helminen, or sorry, from Kaselmi. I gotta get Kaselmi and Helminen down. I've been mixing the two of them up. I'm not sure why, since Helminen is 25 and Kaselmi is 33. Both of them sat out the game earlier in the tournament, but they're both in tonight.
So they're looking to really get involved then too.
Yeah, they'd love to get their names on the score sheet. Spin by Matt Symes. He is knocked down from his butt. He will make the pass to Goddard. Shoots, just misses wide. That's going to be tracked down by Sam Clare. They got lots of time, still 12 on the shot clock. As Clare winds up, shoots, and that hits Kimi Aho. Bounces back out. Fresh 30. I don't know why it was a fresh 30. It didn't hit the goalie, did it? I thought it hit Kimi Aho, the defender. Aho gets the ball, throws it ahead, and just too far for Samuel Harala. But England will get the ball back and run it up the floor. Now they should have a fresh 30. There it is. Shot clocks can be a funny thing. Sometimes the little device just doesn't quite work when you want it to. Yeah. And everyone in the arena can see when it's not working and assumes it's your fault.
You don't want to be the guy pressing the remote on those bad days when it's not working.
It is sticky up here, warm and sticky. Our sheets are sticking to our elbows on the table.
Sauna, eh?
Yeah. Rupi Jokela has the ball. Hard checking by Mike Gillen, but Altonen left alone. Big save by Phillips. Certainly didn't show any rust on that one. Great movement by Phillips going side to side. Here comes England back the other way. Goddard makes the pass, scores! What a great pass by Dylan Goddard with a hard shot fake, and then passes it over to William Walker. And Usatalo had little chance.
Yeah, no, here we'll watch it again, but I thought Goddard was on his wrong side, so he made the smart decision. Oh no, he was actually on the right side, and then he feeds it across. And it was hard for Usatalo to make that save because he had to come cut off the short side. And as he was doing that, the ball was already going far side. So.
Yeah, and I think Walker was thinking about the quick stick.
Yeah.
And you never know. It's got to feel right. If you get the ball, I mean, if you're not like literally quick sticking, if you're catching and shooting, it has to feel right. And it almost looked like he might not have thought he had it at first and realized that's a snap decision. But if you see the goalie's coming across, it makes sense to stop the shot, pull it back, and reach out around him because he is going to have a tough time. And that's exactly what happened there. And that's a gorgeous goal. Dylan Goddard, such a talented player. And he had me sold that he was going to shoot it. I don't know that the replay showed the shot fake as well as live, but I mean, Usatalo bit, and then the great pass. Now he makes another pass, flips it back. Sam Clare is pulling it down. Looking to Josh Gilray on the far side. Instead, he hits it in the middle. There's a shot by Walker. Sorry, by Marsh. Goddard comes back out with it. He's battling through a couple of defenders. Is turned aside, throws a hard pass, shot saved. That's a great one by Usatalo on Marsh. Finland trying to run the ball. Aho gets it ahead. Pass across the floor, almost worked, but Jokela couldn't quite handle it as it was a low pass. It's picked up by Tapiri. Thinking about the jump dunk shot maybe? Maybe not. That was Helminen. There's Jokela on the run. He loves that running shot. And he really used the screen well on that one, but Phillips still makes the save.
I'm always a fan of a nice dunk shot. They're a little tricky, right? You get the goalie and you swing it around. You get the goalie biting on one side or the other and catch him off guard. It's
not pretty easy, but it looks spectacular.
It sure does.
If you can pull it off. There's Nate Clare, brother of Sam Clare, the two lefties on this team, along with Dylan Goddard. Clare spins off the check, passes back door. Wow, what an attempt by Matt Symes. He was behind the goal line. His stick, the head of his stick was out above the goal line. He spun that ball. I do not know how you get that much spin on it, but he almost put that one in.
Yeah, it was just borderline there. I think the net was off by just a hint, which might have helped
him.
Yeah.
There's a shot by Symes. That one's just a direct, old-fashioned, over-the-head rip. Usatalo stops that one as well. Lauri Usatalo, the veteran goalkeeper for Finland, and there are lots of young contenders who would like to take his position, would like to get a chance in there, but The Viking, Usatalo, you look at that hair, he just looks like a Viking. He looks like the dude on the logo. There's a shot by Alton, saved by Phillips, and Usatalo just keeps playing well enough to be out there. That ball's going to go over and back, despite the efforts of Altonen, and England will come the other way. England turning the tide of the momentum. We said they just have to come out, and they will battle back, and they're doing it.
Yeah, we've really seen them slow the pace down of the Finns, and actually we've seen them get now more offensive possessions and chances, so kind of flipped the tides.
That's a big defense right now for the Finns. Big, strong guys, and there's a penalty coming. Oh no, it's a moving pick as Josh Gilray basically threw his glove into the face of Joni Elvanti and knocked him down. That's a hard pick.
Yeah, it is. Just blowing guys up. Hey, boom.
Helminen with the ball. Throws it over to the far side to Jokela. Was looking for the pass back, but sets the pick instead. I thought Jokela had the corner picked, but it goes wide. 5 to shoot. He tries another one. That's Viren with the rip, misses wide. Here comes England. He'll peel back out. And David Clooney just avoids the over and back. They're going to swing it over to the left side. Nate Clare with the ball. Gets a pick. There's the roll, but he takes the shot. Usatalo stops it. Jumps out. 0-0 makes the pass up to the restraining line. Finland trying to move the ball up. Pressure from England. You have 10 seconds to get the ball across center, and neither of these teams has taken more than about 3 or 4 for the most part. Helminen. Hard pass across. Jokela shoots on the run again. That one goes way up high. Penalty coming to England. Oh, and Helminen did not like whatever happened there.
Oh, he didn't. It looked like he was trying to go to try and get the Quincy's going, right?
Yeah.
See if I can get one guy to come with me and join me in the penalty box here.
But it's the English players actually going to the box.
Yeah.
And we'll see where the penalty comes.
There it is, right there.
Okay, yeah. I thought I saw the hand go up earlier, actually. Which
I think it was a reset.
Yeah.
Looked like there was a hand
okay.
for the reset, and then he hit the guy who took the shot.
So Devin Smith, that is his 4th penalty of the game when you count the double minors too. 8 minutes in penalties. Were 21 minutes into the game. Finland back to the power play. England cannot be taking penalties. You want to play tough, but you got to play smart tough. Jokela gives it back to Helminen. Right in the slot, Altonen buries it through Phillips, and that's just nice ball movement and a sharp cut by the big man to put that one home. Gillen's going to have a word for him. And Kasaumi shots back.
Here we go. Here's the breakdown. Nice feed on the cut, and kind of they lost their assignments there. Whose guy is that? Who's that? My guy? Is that who your guy? Are we switching? Are we not? And gave him the opportunity to clear lane just to walk right in.
Well, you can see again the good ball movement, the good feet movement, lots going on, which makes it easy. I mean, both the Finnish players, that's a nice sort of split pick as they each go the different way.
They go wide and draw the defenders out with them, which opens it wide open for a nice goal.
Brilliant play design. And Finland goes up 5-1 with the power play marker, and that is why you don't take penalties. Joachim Miller looking for the return pass. He will actually go ahead to Marcus Matila, and now Miller gets the ball. He's going to pass it off and go to the bench. Rupi Jokela, the ball is in his stick so much for this Finnish team, and anytime it is, he's a threat. He's going to pass one through to Vera, and it gets tipped away. 7 seconds on the shot clock, so 3 Finnish. Actually, they get it back, and there's a shot. Goes on the backside. Viren gets it back again. Oh, that one didn't get through. The shot clock was going to expire, so Viren just tried to whip one. Already 5 Finnish defenders out on the floor as England will have to go and pick the ball up near mid-floor. 8:01 to go here in the first half. It's 5-1 Finland. Every minute that ticks by is in favor of the leading Finns. Sam Clare. Quick shot. What a shot. William Walker just goes sidearm and a quick release, and it's in the net.
There it is, the English sniper. And again, this one tickles the twine in the top corner. You could put the smallest little target there, and he could probably paint a picture and hit it with that ball. He's accurate, he's fast, and has a really hard shot. Like, it's sidearm.
Wow, goes near side.
Perfect.
Just inside the post. That's gorgeous.
Short side. He shot at sidearm around a guy, and that was from fairly far out near the red line.
It was. Now, I have a question for you as we reach the halfway point of the second quarter. Do you want to be the Twitter guy?
The Twitter guy?
Yeah, do you have your phone handy? Can you use your phone here?
I do have my phone, yeah.
If you want to monitor Twitter, we'd love for people to chat with us. We have some notifications. And if you want to talk to us, I am at StampLax, and you can use the hashtag EBLC2017 or EBLC. And Tanner Fetch, what's your Twitter handle?
At Fetchy, so at FETCHY.
There you go.
It's my nickname in the locker room and my nickname online.
Great tweet from Chris. We're going to get to that in a second. As Altonen sets a pick, they throw it across to Keselmi. Jokela passes back to Keselmi and gets away from him. But Tapiri is there to pick it up. Tapiri tries to go underneath. Gets stripped. Great job by Jack Foster, who's having a terrific tournament. But Chris J. Turner, 24. Ed Beagle can eat up the ground better than he can eat up an entire Bodine's sharing platter. I don't even know what that means.
That's going to take a quick Google search,
funny.
Possibly.
Yeah. There's a big hit on Gilray, and Miller is running, pulls up as Goddard went back. Goddard can actually play defense, but a hard shot by Miller pings off the elbow of Josh Phillips. It's picked back up by Viren, fresh 30. They're going to take their time.
You know what I liked about Miller as well is that he didn't ball watch after Phillips made the save. He was the first guy to go over there and try and get that ball, and then he made the quick change as well. So
yeah, he's conscientious. He's very smart. He's not. He doesn't get caught up in things. There's Viren, scores! Yimmy Viren, the tiny Viking, rips that one home on the far side.
Oh, there it is again. So back and forth. He's celebrating with the boys, and now he's going to go back out for the draw. But here's the breakdown for the fans at home. Now take a look. His ball is up top, and there's lots of traffic in front. So again, it's hard as a goaltender to try and track the ball when there's bodies in front of you and your screen and you can't see.
And Altonen pushing the defender into that screen. A bit of a pick, moved him a little bit on the side of the shoulder. I'm just pushing on here, but just to get him off to the side a bit to create that lane for Viren to shoot through. That is a perfect pick. Almost too much, almost an illegal pick, but it wasn't. I think it's a perfect call to not call that. And that's a great shot, 6-2. Viren gets the momentum back for the Finns. And we're going to have a penalty coming, which will be interference as, just the stick was grabbed and thrown away.
Is that what it was?
I think it was. Let's see, Matthew Marsh.
Holder, and it's like, it is a hold.
Should be holding the stick.
It's a hold
they call it interference. Should be holding the stick. We're making the signals up here like people can see us. Let's see it right here. There's the pass by Walker. He just grabs the stick and throws it. The strangest thing happened in the game earlier. Turkey and Serbia. So a Turkish player knocks a guy down. It was Alexander Jovanovic, the captain of Serbia, cross-checks him in around the stomach. So Jovanovic goes down. So the guy tries to kick the stick away, can't get it, tries to use his stick to flick it away. Finally, he just picks it up and throws it into the corner.
3 attempts at trying to do it.
And he finally got himself his unsportsmanlike penalty. The Altonen shoots, that one bounces high. And he started with the cross-checking penalty. I talked to him after, and I was curious because I thought, maybe I'm missing something. And I said, just what was your thought process when you're doing that? And he said, where are you from? And I said, I'm from Canada. He said, so I watch the WLA, and guys do that all the time. I said, I really don't think they do. I watch all the time. Either. I don't know. Yeah. Penalty coming, and it's blown down. Too many men called on England. And Josh Phillips thought the penalty was on Finland, and he was racing to the bench. So a bit of a break for the English that they had the ball when he did it because play was slowed down. Otherwise, there was an empty net, and Finland could just run down the floor and put it in.
I guess that's why he thought it was, because it was almost delayed whistle. So he saw that his team had the ball, and he's like, I better go to the bench then. Then when they finally blew it, it made sense. So
yeah, it must have been before that.
So there's the penalty, and then he doesn't blow it yet.
Yeah.
They're still playing for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah. So you see why. I mean, don't blame Josh Phillips for doing it. And I would think if it had suddenly the ball went to Finland. There's Altonen down low. Bounces up to Kaselmi. He can't handle it, but it is picked up by Miller as we are 5-on-3, so Miller's the safety valve up top. But he couldn't have let the play go on and let them score.
No.
When it's, great save by Phillips.
That would have been a nightmare.
Oh, Altonen behind the back, off the boards, around the other side of the net. That was close. He whipped that one. That was a Tracy Koluski-esque backhand behind the back.
That would have been a TSN top 10 highlight reel for sure if he put that one home.
Absolutely. Josh Gilray going for a run. Flips it over to Goddard. He's protecting the ball well. Lots of pressure. But Harala went up over the top, which allowed him to escape. And the dunk shot almost by Dylan Goddard. And he's going to give a little bit of a push to Jani Vittinen.
Oh. Yeah.
There's a shot and a goal. Ropila is almost unstoppable. If you were wondering who it was, you can probably hear in the background that power play goal in the 5-on-3.
Again, that's the peak. The power play goals are coming back to bite them.
We'll get to that in a sec. Here is the shot. Jokela all alone on top, and you just can't leave him alone like that. The most dangerous lefty in the tournament. And Reese Morgan, thank you, Reese's Pieces 1, for sharing a picture of a Bodine's sharing platter. Go on my Twitter if you're not afraid of meat. There's a lot of meat there.
Thanks, Reese, for sharing that, because now we know. We weren't quite sure.
There's a massive kielbasa. There's a couple trays of, looks like ham. There's big, like leg-sized hunks of meat.
Oh, great. Now I'm hungry, Reese. Great job.
I'm actually feeling a little bit overwhelmed by that. I'm gonna get off of that.
Drooling.
Yeah. 4:02 to go in the half. Finland still on the power play, but England has possession with 34 seconds left in the penalty. They're going to take their time, see what they can kill here. Nate Clare has the ball, and it's 7-2 for Finland. 16 left on the shot clock. Nice job by Gilray to get that one back. Symes kind of lost track of it, but then quickly recovered and got on the ball. Gilray's chopping hard to try and get it loose. Symes gets it. They wanted a fresh 30, but I don't think that Finland had ever possessed the ball. This time they have, and now there's going to be a penalty to Joachim Miller. And that will even things out. Actually, are there going to be two penalties? There's two players walking over the box.
I had a horrible angle there for that one, so I was trying to see what the signal was. I'm not sure if he was doing this or if he was an elbow. I guess this, you can't see me, is an elbow I'm doing up here.
Yeah.
Which is an automatic.
Okay, the ball goes into the corner.
Here we go.
There was the first one, and there is the second one.
Too many men. That's what's going on, I think, there.
No, I think he pointed at Miller. I think it's...
Is it?
Yeah, no, it's not too many. It's Matila. Okay. Marcus Matila with the first one for the elbow, and the second one was Joachim Miller.
Elbow. Okay.
Yeah.
So many things happening at one stoppage here.
Well, it looks like, a moving pick signal is the fist to the elbow, the hand up to the elbow. And then, so the fist to the side of the elbow is moving pick. The hand on the elbow is a penalty. So, not always easy to tell. Again, we're on the 7th floor.
We could switch that up.
4-on-3. England with a beautiful chance. Now they go 4-on-4, so they're not going to get a chance. Or sorry, they go 5-on-3 now, because their penalty ends, so they are 5-on-3. They get the safety valve up top. The shot misses, comes back out, grabbed by Clare. Goes to Goddard. Back up to Sam Clare. Passes, fakes to the righty, shoots, scores! I actually thought he had thrown that ball to Matt Symes, but he pulled it back in, and maybe Usatalo thought so too, because he ripped that one past him. Oh, and Matala has gotten a major for elbowing.
Yeah, elbows now are a mandatory major.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just
no longer allowed
stick.
to be 2 minutes.
Okay.
So, just because when you're elbowing someone, you're elbowing them in the head.
Yeah.
That's the key component there. If you're elbowing them in the chest, you won't get called because you're just elbowing someone in the chest. So that's the key factor there. And then that releases the minor. So now they still have an opportunity to score 2 more goals off the major.
That's right. And again, if they score 2 goals on the major, they can put a player, Finland would be able to put a player back on the floor, but it would not be Marcus Matala, because he would have to wait, if England gets 2, until the next stoppage after his 5 minutes expires. He's got to serve the full penalty. England would love to get a couple more and get to within 7-5. We said they were going to battle back. Nate Clare goes up top to his brother Sam. Sam goes to the far side. Josh Gilray gives it back to him. Sam's looking for position. Shoots. Saved by Usitalo, and he pounces out on the rebound. Pressure from Sam Clare. Finland's going to get it out, though. Harala will just trot over mid-floor. And with 20 on the shot clock, they're going to take their time getting things set up. Jokela down to the big Altonen. Jack Foster D'ing him up, using great leverage to keep the big man out, and then Jokela, the pretty hard pick there. And that's okay. There's only 5 seconds left in the possession, so I was going to say that's a bit of a risky move when you're trying to kill a penalty to throw that hard of a pick, especially when your guy's not even going to a shooting spot or to the net. There's not really much benefit.
Because you don't want to lose the possession when you're trying to kill a penalty, right?
Yeah. But again, with 5 seconds left on the shot clock, maybe you figure it was worth it to just whack somebody. Forwards like to hit guys back if they get a chance because the defenders get to wail on them all the time. There's Clare up top. The pass down to Nate Clare. They go to the righty. It skips away from Symes. Nice job by Koskinen to get there and cause the 30-second violation. Here comes Finland to try and kill some more. 3:06 left in the Mattila Major.
That was a nice move there by the Finnish defender who was just exiting the floor. He kicks the ball forward to the front gate so the offensive guys coming out the front gate can pick it up, gain 30 feet.
I like that.
Yeah, smart move.
Jokela killing time down along the corner. No pressure yet from England. Being watched warily by Tom Roach. Now they go to the net. Phillips, no problem with the save there. That ball skips away, but it's picked up by Josh Gilray. Still 2.5 minutes, half of the Mattila penalty. Still to be killed by Finland. England has had some chances. They're trying to produce another one here, and they've got one, but a save by Usitalo. Fresh 30 for England as Clare tracks it down. Goes far side to Gilray. There it is to Nate Clare. He spins, shoots. 30-second clock expired. Seems strange that they would have expired the 30 on their power play possession. I didn't see when it started. It's just weird that they take that long to take a shot.
Yeah, because you really want to take advantage of that opportunity, the power play, right?
Yeah. Kaselmi with the ball along the boards. Finland, on the other hand, is happy to see the 30 run out. Means they've killed another half a minute. Kaselmi will go up top, and Taperi is just going to run around for a bit. He's got some pressure on him. Flicks it down into the corner. 1:44 to go on the penalty. 14 left here in the first half. So Phillips runs to the bench. England has an extra attacker. The net is empty. There's time. That's not going to work. It's going to bounce over into the left of the net. And I'm not sure that Lucas Letomaki realized just how long he had, because he did try to take a bit of time, but he kind of rushed that, I thought.
Yeah.
And it's hard to say. I mean, you have a peek up maybe, but it's hard to know exactly how long is left. But
yeah,
Letomaki could have taken a bit more time to line that one up.
Because, you know, you could end up taking too long, right? So it's a tough split-second decision.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was good attempt, nonetheless.
Great first half. Excellent first quarter for Finland, going up 4-0, and then a 3-3 second quarter with England really battling back into it. Finland responding every time that England did something. And Tanner Fetch, good to have you up here. What do you think as we go into the third quarter?
Well, you know what? The English got to climb their way back into it, right? They got to stay out of the penalty box. I know that's going to be the topic of discussion for sure in the locker room. Is going to be, we can't take penalties. We got to play smart, disciplined lacrosse, and they got guys that can put the ball in the net. So let's get those guys the ball and let's see if they can't, close the gap.
Yeah, and they're starting to create opportunities. That's the thing. They know they can play. They know what they need to do. It's just a matter of doing it. We're going to take a break for about 11 minutes. We'll be back with the European Box Lacrosse Championships. I'm Steven Stamp with Tanner Fetch. We'll see you in 11 minutes.
celebration tonight. Celebrate, don't wait too late. No, you don't stop. You can't stop. We're gonna celebrate one more time. One more time. One more time. Celebration. You will go to it tonight. Tonight. Hey, just feel it. This got me feeling me. Yeah. Come on. All right, we're gonna celebrate one more time. Celebrate and dance so free. Music's got me feeling so free. Celebrate and dance so free. One more time. Music's got me feeling so free. We're gonna celebrate. Celebrate and dance so free. One more time. Music's got me feeling so free. We're gonna celebrate. Celebrate and dance so free. One more time. Music's got me feeling so free. We're gonna celebrate. Dance so free. One more time. Music's got me feeling so free. We're gonna celebrate. Celebrate and dance so free. One more time. Music's got me feeling so free. We're gonna celebrate. Celebrate and dance so free. One more time. Music's got me feeling so free. We're gonna celebrate. Celebrate and dance so free. One more time.
And England will see if they can take advantage to get a couple of goals back. Here they trail 7-3. We talked at the beginning of the game when Finland got up 4-0 about how there have been some games in the tournament where teams got ahead by 4 or 5 goals and the other team just wasn't able to make up that deficit. And so far that's been the case for England, but they do have 30 minutes, Tanner Fetch, to try and do so. Yeah, that's definitely the game plan here. And let's see who comes out strongest. You can't come out flat-footed again like they did in the first half, right? So. No. They got to get off to a good start. So absolutely. We had a couple of tweets, including one from Revive Hair Lounge in Peterborough saying, Stamplax, you're the best announcer. Love you. Okay, that's my girlfriend, Carrie Jane McMaster. She's very sweet, and she was watching the game. Shout out to her and my sister Jane and my mom back in Peterborough watching the game, and everyone else around the world. We know Brooke in Australia is probably watching, although it's pretty late for her now. It is 4 in the morning. She may not be with us. but folks around the world watching this terrific action, and some of them hoping England will come back, some here in Finland certainly hoping the Finns can hang on. The 30-second shot clock expires and England will go back the other way as Finland kills successfully 30 seconds off of this penalty.
It's actually a pretty cool vibe too, and I was over there by the merch booth, and people were filing in, and they were getting wristbands and getting their passes and buying their merchandise and jerseys and all sorts
it's Monday.
of goodies. Yeah.
So this is just going to build. It is a great tournament. I am loving everything about this trip. I'm not just saying that. I think it comes across pretty clearly. I'm loving this whole thing. There's a shot by Nate Clare, and the big save by Laurie Usitalo. And you get the day off tomorrow, right? Ireland's not playing.
No, yeah, we get the day off, so
do some sightseeing.
Yeah, we'll find something to do for sure. A little sightseeing. My dad's in town as well, so I can find something to do with him. Maybe him and I can go for a drive because he's got a little rental car. So
there you go, lovely.
Catch some rays, some sun.
Jokela just waiting for the final 3 seconds of Matala's penalty to expire, but they're not going to let him. Tony Joseph will get out and force him. The shot by Jokela kind of caught Phillips off guard a little bit, or at least he didn't see it very well. It goes up out of play off of Jarno Aaltonen, and England gets possession of the ball.
Yeah, it should be a good day. And you also have a day off tomorrow too.
Do.
So
well, there's 3 games, but I don't think I'm going to do. I might do one. I might do one, but I might not. I might not do it. It's 3 Granite games, which is great. I love that. Oh, what a shot! The diving goal by Josh Gilray. He was kind of quiet yesterday after a great game 1, and here he leaps onto the scoreboard, making it 7-4 and getting England some momentum.
He does a Superman. He's flying across the crease and tucks it there. Far side. Here it is. Leaping.
Oh, no, he goes back. Near side.
He goes back?
Yeah.
That, even better.
That's really something. That is the Callum Crawford shot where you go across to the far side and tuck it back, except Callum Crawford doesn't dive anymore. He jumps.
Okay.
And then goes twister.
Is it too much impact for
the dive?
I
asked him about it. He said he's old now, and he just can't handle landing like that. So he does the jump. The ball goes back and over. England close to the bench. Elliot Pugh, and he probably should have actually kept it open, the bench door, so the ball could have gone in, and they would have had to take the time to get a new one. There would have been no chance for Finland to get a fast break. They won't anyway. They're going to take the time to change and get everyone out there. They lead 7-4 as we're a couple of minutes into the third quarter. Helminen looking for Kaselmi. No, he's going to go to the net. Now he pulls it back out. Aaltonen shoots. Saved by Phillips. That was a sharp save. Gillen lobs it ahead. It's a bit far. No, he runs onto it. Jack Foster sorts, shoots and misses on the far side. Harala has a little trouble corralling the ball. He does get it. Nate Clare gives him a little cross check, and Harala will run the ball up over mid-floor. England continuing to put some pressure on this Finnish team. Jokela runs across the top. He's got some space. Oh, and there's a goal! Unbelievable! Jokela with the shot.
He is down, but...
Yeah, David Clooney cannot believe it because he cross-checked him across the shoulder, just barely legal. I think it was an okay cross-check. He got him on the shoulder, but just look at the way. Oh, it's right across the back, actually. And somehow, Jokela still, I thought it was clean on the original one, but I think it was actually a penalty.
Might have been on the back there,
yeah. It looked like it was on the numbers.
And you do have to make the shooter here as a better view. Yeah, it is.
It's on the back for sure.
And he kind of stumbles, like it wasn't direct impact, but he stumbles down. He does get the shot and the goal and finishes it off.
The brilliant thing, I think, is that Jokela used his momentum as he was falling to help him shoot down. He didn't try to shoot up, which can be very difficult, so he let the momentum build, and he banged it down off the floor and up and in, and now a delayed penalty coming to England, so all the momentum England had is gone, and Jokela wants to take away some more, but that stop by Phillips will result in the play being called down. It's going to be an illegal body check call.
Okay. I got a tweet here. So some fans in Dublin are watching the game, and I'm sure they've been watching the Irish games, and now they're taking in this game, and they wanted to shout out. So shout out to Dexter Blank, and thanks for joining us all the way back home in Dublin.
Nice, love to hear it. When we have a chance, we got to talk about the whole Ireland and lacrosse, and my girlfriend Carrie that came up. talking to your buddy who was up here
Yeah,
at halftime. We'll get to the house. We'll get to that in a minute. But Finland is on the power play. Aaltonen over to Keselmi. Aaltonen is setting picks like a madman in front. Jokela, high to low to high, still not moving the ball. Now another penalty coming to England. They're going to shoot. Aaltonen tries to catch it. Gillen stops it, and Gillen will go for slashing. And the officials are going to talk. I'm not sure what they're discussing, but one is calling the other over for sure. It is hard to see from up here who is who. But the officials for this game are Andy Watson, Keith Gagne, and Ryan Wallace. Ryan Wallace has had a busy day. He did game 2 today, the Turkey-Serbia game, which was a long game. Here's the play. We're going to see Gillen jump out. Oh, there's the cross check right there.
Of the screen, yeah.
He just flattens the man that he's picking. He could have called it interference, given him a fresh 30, but I think that's probably a reasonable call. The triangle for England as they are down 5 on 3. They go 4 on 3 like most teams do. Viren goes to the far side. Great. No, not a save. I thought he had made the save, but instead it is tucked in. That is Simo Teperi. That's a big goal.
And again, like, sort of similar to how the first half started for the English. Things are a landslide here as goals continue to find their way in, and that one short side down low again, where they were finding success in the first half, they're finding it there again on Phillips.
Yeah, and 4 on 3, I mean, it's likely going to happen.
That's exactly it, right? That was the same thing that we mentioned with the Irish game, is when you get into penalty trouble, you tend to pay the price for it, because lacrosse is a game that involves ball handling. So if you can control that ball and get the goalie moving, you're likely going to put it home.
So we were talking while they get things sorted out. Aus and you and I were talking. He was saying I was saying he didn't. He sounds Irish, but he didn't look Irish. And he says he's actually Palestinian, but he was born in Ireland. Yeah. Palestinian heritage. So he has an Irish accent. And I said,
that threw you off at the start, didn't it?
It did a little bit. And he said, I asked him where I asked where he's from, and I said, my girlfriend is from Northern Ireland. And he said, whereabouts? And I was like, okay, Newton Ards is the name of the town. It's a small town near Belfast. And he said, no. He said Newton Ards is where lacrosse started in Ireland.
That's the hit.
80 to 90 years ago. That is where there's a tournament every year, big tournament, right?
Yeah, that's the name. The name of the trophy as well is named after that specific place, that city, and that town, I guess. And it's still continuing to carry forward to this day. And this started 80 years ago, apparently. So
very, very cool. 9-4 for Finland. And they're still trying to sort something out down among the officials. Keith Gagne will go over and have a chat with them, with the official who's in the box.
I love that. Delays when they're trying to sort everything out.
You gotta have something interesting to talk about. I think it's interesting, the Newton Ards thing.
Oh, yeah, no, definitely, for sure.
Well, you play for Ireland, of course you do.
Yeah, well, exactly. And actually, I had a chance to win the cup this year with the Dublin Field Lacrosse team.
Really?
Yeah, I wasn't a goalie, though. I was a sniper.
You're Matt Vince.
Yeah, I do it all.
Except to shoot. He doesn't shoot that much. Matt Vince, interesting story, plays for the Peterborough Lakers, Rochester Nighthawks in the NLL, plays for the Peterborough Lakers. They were in Coburg a few weeks ago. Okay. And they didn't a little game of rock, paper, scissors at mid-floor there.
Between the gentlemen.
Between Tom Roach and Jimmy Viren, they're having a good laugh. And there are some fans who are seeing themselves up on the big board. Some of the lovely Finnish populace and his friends.
Look at that.
It's a nice crowd coming in. They're having a good time.
And it's hard for us to see because there's a gigantic jumbotron between us and the fans, but there is a lot of fans over there. Yeah, camera's helping us.
Here we go, ready to roll. Gillen is in the penalty box, which is why Tom Roach is taking the draw. And it's going to be Viren. Actually, bounces off the foot of Roach, and it'll be Joachim Miller who picks it up. 1:39 left on the Gillen penalty, so we'll see if Finland can continue to take advantage as they have been pulling away a little bit, up 9-4. And those penalties are killing England.
Yeah. And I didn't really expect this to kind of go this way, considering England has a really talented squad, but Finns are really taking advantage of the power plays.
That pass doesn't get through to Perry. I'm not sure if they said he cut through the crease, but Either way, it is a violation, and England will get the ball. They'll move it up into the offensive zone. 109 left in the penalty. Let's see what they can kill. William Walker with it. Sorry, Matthew Marsh. Marsh had a brilliant goal, one of the goals of the tournament on day one, and then he just runs into the wall that is Valtteri Laxinen.
Stop,
He
halt.
did. Absolutely a dead halt. Goddard shoots, and Usatalo appeared to have some trouble with that. And thank goodness goalies are flexible, because if I did what he just did, I would not be walking for a week and a half.
In a walker, a wheelchair.
Yeah.
That'd be hard to get up here to
Taking his
the
time.
broadcast booth.
There is a freight elevator we could use to get up to this level.
Oh, there you go.
But I would rather walk up the stairs. My calves are getting very strong through these days as I've been up and down these stairs quite a bit. Gimme Viren, pass out to Altonen. Altonen to the far side. There's a shot by Kaselmi. Doesn't get on, so there will be a 30-second violation, and England will get the ball back. 8 seconds left to kill, so they are in good shape here. Hey, Katie Bomer tweeting us, lunch break spent cheering on number 8 and Team England. Bring it back, lads, they say.
And that's Daniel McDermott there.
Yes.
He's
so
getting a
out on the
shout
West
out.
Coast.
That's perfect. They got the tablet going and the computer going, and everybody gets to enjoy.
Everybody in the lunchroom. Now, he is a firefighter, I believe. No, what does Danny McDermott do these days? I'll have to check. Michael Gillen is a firefighter.
Katie might be able to tell us here.
She might.
Get
Tell
her
us. What's he
extra
do?
tweet.
What's he doing these days? Dan McDermott, who went to McGill University. Ball goes all the way down the floor. Minute 20 left on the penalty. Another penalty to Gillen. So he did get the 2. I find that a bit confusing that the penalties don't go up as 4 minutes. Very used to that. So, yeah, Gillen got slashing and cross-checking. So I guess he had the one first because the cross-check came right at the end. There's Viren, he scores! Another power play goal for Finland, and Jimmy Viren is having himself a game. That's 3 for Viren to make it 10-4 Finland. They're enjoying the home floor advantage.
Oh yeah, and that's the fans needed that. They're here to see the boys win, and they're delivering. Here it is, the top screen in the BTB behind the back. Far side, stick side on Phillips as he goes down, drops down into the butterfly, but it was shot right by his hip, and that's one of the harder saves as well. You know, you don't have a lot of mobility right in the hips. You can move those legs and move your arms, but the hips, limited mobility.
Yeah. BTB as it was back to back behind the backs.
Yes.
Altonen to Ropi Jokela over to Viren, and he flicks it high. Gillen is out of the box and taking the face off. Actually, he didn't even take the face off. They let Tom Roach try another one.
Now we got a penalty coming here to the Finns. High
sticking. Wow. Let's see what happens. It's right off the face off.
Oh, there it is, right in the back of the neck.
Is that Kimi Aho? Yeah, Kimi Aho coming in from the right of your screen, just banged into the helmet of the English player.
Yeah, Matthew Baldwin takes one in the neck there. He's going to need a neck brace after this game if that continues.
Nate Clare with it, throws it down low. Goddard to the man behind the net. Josh Gilray, a little fake pass. Now he throws it up top, and Goddard shoots it. Saved by Usatalo. Symes gets it back, though. Watch him with the behind-the-back shot. He is deadly. Nate Clare was knocked down to the floor, but gets back up and takes the pass. 22 on the shot clock after the reset. 4.5 minutes still. There's a foot save. Great save by Usatalo.
I'm really impressed with Usatalo's level of play here this tournament.
He's been very, and you know what? He plays like that all the time. He will have. He's one of those goalies, and I mean, a lot of goalies are, when he's on, he is so good. When he's off, you wonder how he even plays the game. Right? I mean, it's just the way it seems to go for goalies. I mean, Mike Poulin is often, he just won a championship in the NLL, and he will say, yeah, when I'm off, I'm just going to tell them, if Finland will take a penalty, England wants to get a shot off here, so they can get to the 5-on-3, although I guess, they are going to just let it rip. Sam Clare takes it.
Yeah, I don't think Sam realized there that they already had the power play and that if you get the shot right away, you can have the two-man advantage for a longer period of time.
Now, because it's a major and there's 3:48 left in it, you're going to have that anyway.
Yeah.
Tracy Koleski is looking pretty fired up, as is Neil Doddridge. Kalaski, the head coach for Finland, he's the one in the middle, and Godrich to the left on the screen.
Yep.
I was going to say with the limited hair, but they between them don't have a lot of hair. Great guys, and the nice thing with Finland and the coaching staff is, and we're going to see, actually we'll see the penalty here. Well, this is the earlier,
high stick again.
That's the earlier one with Aho.
That's the major.
That was pretty obvious.
5-minute major for that.
It's in the head.
Yeah.
I know, it's not super hard, but it's in the head.
That's how it goes, right?
Yeah.
Anything to the head.
Yeah, it's tough for us big guys. I'm 6'9", and I get it, but England 5-on-3. They go with the 4-on-3 low, and the man up top is the safety. Symes shoots, scores.
There it is.
Matt Symes rips it home, and that one will go on the minor penalty. So Varjo will be released.
Yeah, so they'll still have opportunity. There it is. Boom, nice passing. They're on point, it's on a rope. And there it is. I don't think he has a chance to even track that ball, and it's a tic-tac-toe. The top to bottom motion, and then they put it close side. And
the diagonal, nice. East-west, diagonal.
Yeah.
And the thing is, you're watching the replay from that angle, which is perfect. Uusitalo was there. He moved. He was over there, and I don't actually know where that ball went in, because we watched the replay and couldn't even see where the hole was. It just all of a sudden it's in the back of the net.
It just sneaks in there somehow, some way.
Great shot by Matt Symes. He has the ball again as England remains on the power play. They can still score 2 on this major, as they've not scored a goal that counts against the major. It's 10-5 for Finland. England needs these power play goals. They got the first one. They need at least one more here, I think. Nice movement. Big hit in front by Lehtomäki. That was actually close to being another penalty. And now there is another penalty.
Things are.
Josh Gilray flattened,
We're hearing a lot of voices down there. A lot of frustration, a lot of tension rising there from the coaching staff, the benches, and the players.
And this is Joachim Miller. Ryan Wallace will give us the indication. It's an illegal cross check for 2 minutes.
And there's Tracy Kalaski also having a word down there with the officials. Now let's
this
have
is Miller right
look.
in the middle. He's going to come across.
And
okay.
Yeah,
I have no comment.
Yeah, it was hard to see in that angle if there was anything happening there. But
England has the ball there once again, 4-on-3, well 5-on-3 actually. The save. Oh, great effort. What outstanding work there by Mikko Varjo to get that ball back. He just flings it the length of the floor because he was under immense pressure and only had 10 seconds to get it up the floor. But just getting the ball away from England in that situation was outstanding. Now England trying to get this back, and we're going to see, oh, there's a discussion going, some equipment issues with the helmet. And he's actually going to have to head off the floor. That's Mikko Varjo. Oh, sorry, that was that Varjo? I think it was.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, so he's replaced by Lucas Lehtomäki. And Goddard passes across. Symes going for another one, almost had it. Goddard backs away. Behind the back. There's a pass down low. Gilray catches it. He's behind the net. Out front to Sam Clare. Shot. It's picked up by Finland. He's knocked down. And they're going to say it's Finland ball on the loose ball violation.
And Uusitalo is still down there again. Something's not right with his equipment here.
Yeah, he's taking his helmet off. Not sure if he took a shot up there if the ball hit him or if he just...
Yeah, it looks
he actually looks a bit shaken up, right? Not like it's just the
That's not what you want right now. You definitely want him to stay in the game. He's smiling. He's all right.
See what I mean about the hair and the facial hair and everything? He looks like a Viking. And he looks like he just loves the game. There's Dennis Dice, who's come over from Canada to help out Finland, and he's been helping with other teams. He is on a lot of benches, working as an equipment manager and all kinds of things, and he is fixing Lauri Uusitalo's gear.
See, I don't know. Like I've always been a guy that wears the hockey goalie helmet myself, because those are made to take pucks and lacrosse balls and whatever thrown at them. But these field helmets,
I don't like the field helmets.
They're made for players to. They're not made for shots, right? Because field goalies are able to block the ball with their stick and prevent it from getting hit in the head, right?
They don't mean to get hit in the head.
So it's not that I don't know if they're designed the same. It's
Although
tough.
if I was playing field lacrosse, knowing that Paul Rabel plays the game, I would wear the best helmet I could.
Yeah.
That ball is ripped free. Here comes Dan McDermott. Scores! Beautiful play. Goes at the hip level. You mentioned how hard that is to stop at the hip, and Dan McDermott.
There it is. There's ones for the ladies at lunch. They get a treat on their lunch break because McDermott puts one home for them.
Hopefully the lunch break wasn't over yet, because that's a beautiful goal by McDermott.
Yeah, I like that. He just comes in all alone, a little fake, whoop, and he goes backside.
What do you do? A little fake?
Yeah, whoop.
There you go. 10-6, and England still has a minute 52 on the Aho penalty, the major.
Here's
There it is.
another look.
He makes the strip, gets the loose ball, and gets the goal.
Boom.
So cause turnover, loose ball,
Yeah, he's
and
great
goal.
job of putting the pressure on there at the center and stripping that ball, right?
Got a little bit of help, but yeah, he's
He did. There was two of them there.
Yeah.
They have the man advantage, right? So you might as well have two on the ball, at least at that point.
He was an unbelievable field lacrosse player. Almost made Team Canada. There's a penalty now to England.
Looks like Quincy's.
Oh yeah.
Quincy
So just lining it up for the face-off, and they're both going to go. That's McDermott
gets a goal, and now he gets two in the sin bin.
and Koskinen. So McDermott gets the cause turnover, the loose ball, the goal, and the deuce.
The Gordie Howe hat trick's coming.
And
He just
some.
needs to shed that.
Right.
That's all you need. He's got it all.
He's chirping, so you never know.
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah, I
They're
like
really
that.
getting into it. But he almost made that Canadian field lacrosse team that won the 2014 World Field Lacrosse Championships. Very close. He was a real candidate for that. And he played for McGill University. Was a terrific long pole defender. We were talking about Matt Vince earlier. Just for anyone who doesn't know, he plays for the Peterborough Lakers. He's a goalie, but in field lacrosse, he was on that Team Canada as a defender, a long pole. But he played when Peterborough went to Coburg. I started mentioning a couple weeks ago. They were very short players, so they let Evan Kirk start the game as he was going to. Matt Vince dressed as a defender because they only had 13 or 14 runners. Vince played defense, which is a terrifying prospect because he is a big, strong guy.
Yeah.
He is a gym teacher. He is a beast. Finland gets possession off the faceoff. That is huge as they are still killing the penalty. And Joachim Miller will sprint over to the bench. Rope Jokela, always dangerous even when he's shorthanded. You can see how carefully they're watching him. Foster staying with him individually. There's Helminen circling about, tries to throw it over to Kaselmi, who gets it, takes a shot just as the shot clock about to expire. That's a good use of the 30 by Finland as they work hard to hang on to possession. Foster will just roll it there, and Josh Gilray will see what they can do and coming into the final minute of the penalty, into the final 4 minutes of the third quarter. Matt Symes. Sam Clare's thinking about shooting. Symes is backing away and getting to Clare, who is going to pass it down low. Gilray now up to Symes. They're kind of considering their options a lot before they pass, and then the shot by Clare. He's going to reach to try and get it back. Symes gets it, fresh 30. And a violation by the English of some sort, and Finland gets the ball back, and they'll be able to kill all but 7 seconds of this penalty to Kimi Aho. So that's going to be a big kill if they're able to pull it off, which they should. Jarno Aaltonen is down low. Gillen all over him. Oh, what a pass! And the whip shot as he's falling by Jokela. He is a creative and talented man, but he misses the net just slightly. There was actually Edward Beagle that was D'ing up. We have a Beagle fan who wrote in earlier, so I wanted to give him his props for the tough defense. We are back to even strength. 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. It's 10-6. Goddard pulls it out. Goes back down low. Big check there by Pekkanen. The veteran, stalwart Pekkanen. And then the stop by Usitalo.
Yeah. Nice save there. I thought he was going to maybe dish it on that because he got the pick and the roll and he had help there, but instead he takes a shot to get the reset.
Shot clock expires just as that play happened. Jokela fakes the behind the back, pulls it out, running across the top. He loves to shoot in that situation, but not this time. The pass bounces right off the stick of Tom Roach, the veteran English defender. Save. Oh, Aaltonen gets it and scores. Michael Michael Gillen is arguing. He is livid, but Altonen will give him a piece of his mind after scoring and almost destroys Mikko Helminen as they do the jumping celebration.
Yeah, the Bash brothers jump, boom.
To me, it looked like a good goal. I don't see a problem with it. We'll see on the replay here. There's Altonen in position. He reaches in, grabs it, tucks it into the net. That's a good goal.
Yeah, it happens so quick. It's so tough there. See, Josh Phillips is like a little upset, but he's not complaining about it. So,
yeah, you can reach in and grab the ball.
Yeah, he's respecting that. That is the rule here. It's not Canadian lacrosse where you can't touch the goaltender's stick at all, or the ball, or
now,
anything.
Now, if the
goalie
has the ball clamped, you can't pull it out. You can't reach under and yank it away. But
or if his if he has it outside of the crease as well, and his feet are within the crease, it's considered as part of
Yeah, you still can't check it.
Some variations in the rules.
But the ball was just sitting there. I mean, Altonen just grabbed it. I don't think anything wrong with it. I think that's more frustration by Gillen than anything else. I mean, he knows the rule if he stops and thinks about it.
Yeah.
Pass across, grabbed by Miller. I think it may have been meant for Matulet, but Miller grabs it. 11-6. Every time England gets something going, Finland has had a response. The home crowd is loving it. There are some English fans here as well. The crowds are just growing. It's only Monday here at the European Lacrosse Championships, European Box Lacrosse Championships. Hopefully we'll get plenty more people here. Nice check. Oh, and then hit by his own man. That was Jack Foster. Made the great check and then gets hammered by his own teammate Brandon Smith. And they get upset with one of the Finns who was in the area.
Just grab the nearest guy, eh?
Yep, anybody in blue. Walker pulls it out of Nate Clare now, actually, after Walker passed it to him. There's Walker up top taking the pass. Sorry, it's John Arthur, number 18. Passes it, but nobody is there to get it. I think Matthew Marsh was the intended target. He was just kind of tied up. Laxonen gets it ahead, rumbling down the floor. And putting his shoulder down is the veteran Pentti Pekkanen. Pekkanen is a legend in Finnish lacrosse. And here's Jokela, a burgeoning legend. Gillen all over him. Nice job by Gillen to get on the defender, or on Aho. And Phillips lands on that ball. That
almost looks like it might have hit his bare knee. He's a little shaken up.
Yeah, he's definitely
the ball
looking
to the knee
uncomfortable.
is not a tickler of a shot. It is.
How does it get to your knee? On the side?
It's when you're going down and you drop down.
Oh, okay.
It exposes your kneecaps.
Yeah.
So if you're standing up, there's no way it can really get to you.
Yeah.
But it's as soon as you go down.
Do your pants cover that spot, or is there a little gap?
No, there's a gap. So
it seems like a design flaw to me.
Yeah. Well, they do make the pads with these attachment things that are almost like thigh things, but I find they restrict your mobility and almost make it worse for you. You know, because it gets tangled up in your pants and it gets tangled up, everything's all twisted up. So that's what I'm thinking. He did make the save, and it was a nice save and a key save to keep going in the game, because they need that.
One more goal would make it tough. Phillips, no questioning his toughness.
Yeah. He says, I'm good to go, coach.
Yep.
Don't you worry.
I'm sure the conversation went much like the one that we had. England running the ball up the floor. Ball's popped loose. Goddard tries to get it. He can't control it. The pass over to Miller is not knocked down by England. Josh Gilray has it. Gilray protecting the ball from Laxonen. Trying to drive him into the corner. They're going to get their offensive players out and throw it across to the man coming off the bench, Nate Clare. He goes up to Goddard. He's going to shoot. Pulls it down around Miller. Pass, and that is the easiest goal John Arthur will ever score. I'm not quite sure how he got left that wide open, but he just takes the pass on his offside and tucks it into the wide open net. 12 seconds left in the third quarter. Couldn't get a better result for England. Arthur just smartly steps away from the defenders going over to cover the Clares, and he is wide open.
Wide open once again. There it is. Again, they just need to get this momentum going, but watch the way it's been going. I bet you the Finnish come back and just slap another one home.
I wouldn't be surprised, but only 2 seconds left. England tries to get another, and Gilray's going to go for the dunk attempt. And Joachim Miller, a little threatening fake.
Right as the horn expired there, he wanted that dunk.
I think it was a little after, which is why Miller may have been a bit upset with him. So it is 11-7 for Finland. England gets that late goal to try and make it close. The goalies will be measured, and we're going to take a look at a couple of...
They only started this measuring of the goalies today on the floor. That never happened before today, I don't think. Some players were getting measured yesterday, though, so...
Yeah. Okay, so Katie Bomer says, Dan McDermott is a contractor but applying to the Justice Institute in Maple Ridge, BC in August. That sounds good to me. Jane Hall, my sister, asks how much larger is the floor surface? It looks so big. It is the size, it's an international ice hockey rink, so the Olympic size rink. So like Belleville, Ontario used to have one, I know. I'm trying to think if there are no NHL rinks. They have to be regulation size, NHL size, but the Olympic size rinks that you see during play in Europe at any World Championships and the Olympics over in Sochi for sure. Now the Olympics in North America are played on non-Olympic. They're on NHL rinks, so they don't change the size. You can't just add an extra one. So it is a bit bigger. I mean, instead of being, I'm trying to think, so 200 feet becomes 200. There's only about 10 feet more length or 20 feet more length. A lot more width.
Yeah, the width is where you see it.
Yeah, there's like a 12 to 15 feet width difference, which from 85 to 100 feet is huge.
Yeah.
And that is where it really impacts the game here, because guys mostly are used to playing on the regular size rink that we're used to in North America and much of Europe. And if you're on the far side of the floor and you have to get off for your change, it's a long way to go.
Yeah, it is.
And I don't know if you've noticed how many times teams will get their 5 offensive guys that when they're finally all set, there's 15 or 16 seconds left on the shot clock.
Yeah, it's all, you don't have much time to set up on offense.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's the problem. And it is big.
Here we go, 61 by 30 meters. Someone has responded. I don't actually know what that means in Imperial, because I'm old enough to know more Imperial.
Yeah. It's odd because we, like back in Canada, they use like a mix of both.
I know. Sometimes you use Imperial, sometimes you use
pounds,
metric.
and then all of a sudden you're
like speaking Franglish. Or Anglais.
That's exactly it.
Franglais.
But
so
yeah,
McDermott,
it is wider. Makes the game feel like it's more spread out as well, right? Like and
Max
Locks are the only shins with knee protection.
Yeah, that's Dallas Box Lacrosse saying that. Katie Bomer said McDermott hit the net.
There it is.
Pretty excited about that.
Yes, he did. He scored.
Yeah, he sure did.
The twine.
That was a great play. Don't be dissing my man Dan McDermott. And supporting Finland from Aberdeen, Peter Shepard, do it for Scotland. I got in trouble at the Worlds because I talked about the British team. My family's from England, so I do have English heritage. I always thought Britain was okay in saying British, but some of the English folks didn't like it. Here comes England off the face-off. Matt Symes thinking about going to the net. Thought about passing over to McDermott, but since he was being chirped on Twitter by Katie Bomer, Symes didn't have confidence in McDermott and didn't pass it to him. Here comes Arthur, goes to the net, shoots, scores! Is it a goal? It is a goal. I thought the official was actually pointing at the crease. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did. I myself up here was a little bit like, skeptical about it.
Yeah, let's see. John Arthur, the veteran with the brilliant playoff beard going on, dives across. Oh, that's no goal.
That shouldn't be a goal.
Oh, and he pointed twice at the crease and then threw his hand up. Throw the challenge flag. The official looked like he was pointing at the crease twice and then threw the hands up for the goal. It's 11-8. We talked about how England, every time they score, Finland seems to have a response. This time, England gets the roll going.
They finally get another one, and that's exactly what they needed right there. That's a tough one for the Finns, right? And the refs have to make that split-second decision. So.
Oh, it's hard. It's a hard call. I think
they take all the verbal abuse.
There's a shot and goal!
And they get another one.
Rips it top cheese over the arm and shoulder of Usitalo. Wow, we've got ourselves a game. We talked about how it's possible to come back, and England has done it. And the key is to get a few going, and Nate Clare just runs in from way up high.
The powerhouse. Pops that one home.
And
was that a bounce? Is it a bounce shot that then bounced up?
May have been. The interesting thing, Joachim Miller was locked onto his defender, and Nate Clare was able to actually run up almost onto the back of Miller to take that shot. If Miller's facing the other way, he can just level Nate Clare. Nate Clare wouldn't have run in like that with Miller.
Now we got a possession call up the face-off here, too.
Face-off,
things are really going well for England.
Vario, as he goes off, you got to be careful about that kind of stuff because at some point they may call it.
The off-ball slash. Those are always being watched.
Arthur shoots. Nice bounce pass by Usitalo. Gets it out to Penkinen. Huge whatever happens with the next goal with under 14 minutes to go in the fourth here. Miller looking a little jittery as he drops that ball. So strong, he pushes his man off. But Tony Joseph, the veteran, wily veteran, recovers with great body positioning. He's going to run it up into the offensive zone. If Finland responds and gets it back to a 3-goal lead, it makes it that much tougher again for England. But if England gets the next goal, it's a 1-goal game and they have all the momentum. There's a shot. Usitalo stops it. It's underneath him. Symes was trying to get that next goal. And now we're going to have a moving pick against England as they try to clear the ball. Against Finland, I mean, as they try and clear the ball. And Nate Clare comes back door, just missing it with Symes. Comes off the boards all the way over to Josh Gilray. He has to be quick, and he is to get it back. He's cutting to the net. There's the pass to Clare. Big save, Usitalo. He knocks the net off its moorings as well out of position. He puts it back. There's a chance. Spinning Symes shoots off the post. Comes out.
Pressure
Gilray
is on
to Nate
right now.
Clare. Oh my goodness. Goddard, backdoor, oh, what a save! How did Usitalo stop that? Matt Symes, or did it hit the post? Doesn't matter, Goddard, she scores! Dylan Goddard bounces it through, and the Finns were on their heels, backing down, trying to just get things under control, and the English just keep pushing and pushing.
Yeah, that was bound to happen, and you got to give it to Usitalo, who battled through shot after shot, save after save. Post even got him one, but he was flying. Dodge, dip, dive, ducking, and dodge it and making saves. And this one here is bounced again. They get him to drop from the bounce because he's going to meet the ball at the floor, and it pops up over him, I believe. Here we got like 6 shots to watch, I think. There it is.
That's a great shot.
So
Time
fast,
out
so
for
accurate.
Finland.
And that's the Finns need to take time out, regain their composure.
Thanks to Brad MacArthur tweeting in, the head coach of Team Israel, who said Olympic is 200 by 100, NHL is 200 by 85, so it's the 15 feet of width.
Okay.
That makes the difference. I didn't think there was much difference in length. Again, I'm going to claim as my 12th game in 3 days. I was a little tired and couldn't remember that. But
well, there you go. It's not something that you like should remember, you know.
I think I should.
Is it one of those fun facts that you want to pull out? You never know when you might need to know that.
They're both 200 feet. Unless you're in Peterborough. See, I'm from Peterborough, and that messes you up because they're a little different. It's a weird little thing. The corners in Peterborough are square. And
it's one of those.
The balls and
weird bounces
will bounce
and,
out strange. I remember somebody telling me a story about how they would just. I think it was Brad MacArthur actually said he had a team in there, and they would just fire balls into the corner. Knowing that they're going to bounce out in the middle, and the goalies would be going to get them, and they'd get 3 or 4 goals by the time the team figured out what was happening with the square corners.
A little strategy, I like that. Yeah, it's bold. I like
that's
it.
what messed me up.
Well, there you go.
I'm sticking to that. And
what a beautiful facility they have in Peterborough too, hey?
Oh, it's gorgeous. The Memorial Center's a great place.
The carpet and
Shanice Peridot, proud girlfriend of Sam Clare, 93. Let's go England, she says. Cheers to 17 and 8. Keep it up. The West Coast connection. We're ready to go here. 12:47 to go. England within 11-10. Will Tracy Kelusky's timeout get the momentum back? Gillen looks up at the official to get an edge on the faceoff, and it works as he pulls it out, but he pulls it straight to Yanni Vitanen. Vitanen runs into Jack Foster, again having a great tournament. He absolutely stops Vitanen there with the momentum. Tony Joseph will go out and try to fight through and check Rupi Jokela. Rupi gets there. Helmanen, hard pass across. Jokela can't handle the pass. It's picked up there, and a nice pass ahead, fighting off the check by David Clooney, and Gillen's going to slow it down a little bit. And you can see Josh Gilray just pointing out and saying, circle it up, throw it over to somebody coming off the bench, and that somebody will be Matt Marsh. Matthew Marsh scores! Matthew Marsh scored a prettier goal the other day, but probably not a bigger goal in his lacrosse career than the tying goal here in the final game of the round-robin portion of the European Box Lacrosse Championships.
Now, this is unbelievable. Now it's tied up. You couldn't picture this. And that one goes 5-hole there on Usitalo there, and that's what they needed. That's what they needed. They clawed their way back in this. They came out a little flat-footed at the start of the second half, but I'll tell you what, things have quickly changed.
We've got 12 minutes to go, and the score is 11-11. Edward Beagle gets flipped up. Still everyone battling for the ball. There's a
So it's too
foul
early.
called, and Finland's going to get the ball back.
Too early to say, but does it ends in a tie, I would take it. I would
Overtime.
assume.
Nope, they go to overtime.
Is there?
Oh, yeah. NLL
Sudden
rules.
death?
FIL, sudden death overtime. First goal
Okay.
wins.
Perfect.
Yeah. Rupa Jokela is knocked down. No call. Still going to the net. Close! Rupa Jokela, twister, and he is fired up. He wanted the penalties. He was checked down from behind. Goes through 3 guys. The talk of Rupa Jokela is how quick he is, how talented he is. He shows some toughness here by just popping up and going through 3 players.
There was one on the back, and he picks it up, still has it, and then goes, twisters it home. That is beautiful.
Side diving twister to the far side.
Yeah,
That's gorgeous.
athleticism in the kid there.
Yeah.
That's unreal.
I'll tell you, if he wants to focus and try to make something happen, that is an NLL worthy goal.
Yes,
I don't know
it
if
is.
he's ready
Yes,
to play in
it
the
is.
NLL. It's a big leap. I mean, that's
Yeah.
a great play. He's very talented. It's a big leap to that high of a level. But in a couple of years,
Definitely is.
when there are several teams added in expansion to the NLL,
That'll help, yeah.
yeah,
There's
there are
only
gonna be
so many
European
limited,
players.
limited spots and teams
Yeah.
right now, right? So as it grows,
Yeah, I've talked to a bunch of coaches here who are saying it's a matter of time until there are European players in the NLL, and that was almost a break there for Pekkanen. But he just couldn't get it. Now he slides to the fore. People are slipping around a little
I
bit.
don't know, is it the humidity or something, do you think? That might be,
I think so. I'm sweating up here, so
so am I.
it's pretty warm. There's a shot and a save, but there's a chance. Scores! Sam Clare on the rebound. He was all alone, nobody watching him out front, and he just buries that one. There are lots of Finnish fans here. We've got lots of English fans online. Both have reason for excitement within about a 30-second span.
What a barn burner, and there it is. The rebound and just scooping up the garbage in front and puts it home. That's all you need. I used to do that all the time in hockey. I just hang out in front of the net and just hope I could tap a couple home.
Yeah.
And there it is. I love
The
it.
interesting thing, Sam Clare on the top of the crease there, picks it up, wide open net, and you think, oh, it doesn't matter how hard you shoot, it's just got to be accurate.
Yeah.
He ripped that shot
Yeah,
from
yeah.
2 feet off the crease. There was a bunch behind that one. It is 12-12. We got 10
As long
and a
as
half
you didn't
minutes
miss
to
or
go.
hit the post, you're
Oh,
good
can
as
you
gold.
imagine?
Yeah. That's every player's nightmare, right?
Michael Gillen puts the ball down as a violation is called, giving the ball to Finland. What an exciting game, 12-12. We've had some very good goaltending. We've had some great offensive plays. Rupi Jokela, he's on fire. As NJ44, my buddy who was announcing with us earlier, would say, he's lava. That one is tapped ahead by England, so it's not an over and back. So Usatalo can reach out and grab it. That's why he's allowed to, otherwise it would be an over and back, but it was swatted by Gillen ahead. England wanted an over and back. Oh, behind the back by Jokela, he misses. You can see David Clooney arguing with the official, but Gillen, he didn't see that Gillen swatted, but he clearly did. Now Jokela is complaining. He wants the ball, and he's complaining to the officials, and that actually might be one thing that's keeping him maybe from going to a higher level. He can be a bit hot-headed.
Yeah, for sure. And the officials right now, they're not going to make any calls that are going to dictate this game. They're going to let the boys
they're gonna call
battle
it, they
it out.
have to.
Yeah.
Yeah. That pass is going to be over and back as it gets away from Walker. Phillips will just stop the ball. Oh, and the play is going to be blown back in. Altonen was sprinting there, and Phillips. Remember we were talking earlier about how goalies can do things with the ball that other guys can't, like pick it up and flip to the ref? That would have been a good time. Josh Phillips was out. You can see he didn't want to draw a penalty, trying to be smart, but it was almost a very dangerous situation. Play is back in. Kaselmi goes down low. The shot and the goal! Huge play by Simo Temberi, and it's 13-12. This is back and forth. Some of the most exciting lacrosse I've seen in a long
Oh,
time.
it sure is. We're even on our feet up here in the boost
absolutely.
stamps. Like, the fans are on their feet. The excitement. This is unbelievable. A barn burner. I'm surprised the roof hasn't come off this place yet.
It opens.
Boom. Wow.
Back against the crane. Temberi
That
with
was
the goal.
nice. He dished it down low and he cuts across the top of the crease, and
Kaselmi with the beautiful pass.
Phillips
pass.
appears to
And
be
Phillips
shaken
is
up
down,
again.
yeah.
And or maybe needs a breather. because never
Are you
bad.
suggesting you might be taking a Canadian timeout?
Yeah, one of those little trickery things.
Actually, the Canadian timeout, for anyone who is not familiar with Canadian lacrosse, generally refers to a goalie needing suddenly to have the toe cap of his equipment taped
Mysteriously,
back on.
somehow.
Suddenly, it's loose.
I watched, I think Matt Vink do that. He was playing for Rochester at the
Oh,
time.
you just vinked him. It's
Yeah.
Matt Vince.
Oh, sorry, Matt
That's
Vince,
okay.
sorry.
That's okay.
And
You
what
call
happened
yourself
was...
a member of the goalie union.
Yeah, he's probably listening right now. But they scored a couple goals on him, sorry.
That's okay.
And he reached down, popped it up, and he went to the bench. He got his timeout, got a little bit of water, breather, get the boys back on the same page and ready to play again. So I like that
Happens
strategy.
all
It's
the
just
time.
playing within the rules a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm all for that.
Ball still loose. Joachim Miller is going to try and get it, but it's over and back as Finland had possessed the ball and headed towards the English goal. So England will get possession back, but they trail 13-12, 9:08 to go. Overtime seems like it would be appropriate in this game. We'll see what happens. Sam Clare thought he was going to let one rip there, goes up to Goddard. Goddard quickly moves it to Gilray. Marsh was coming around the side. They go to Clare, though. Big hit there by Yelvanti. Nate Clare. Yelvanti, or Jimmy Viren out on him. There's a shot. Goes off of Usitalo, so England's going to get the ball back. Great hustle by Clare to get it. Throws it over. Flip pass. Shoots. Oh, I thought that one was going in. It just felt like it lately. That is tipped away. What an active stick by Laxonen.
Wow, that passing down there was exciting.
Amazing. Joachim Miller gets the ball. He's going to bounce it along. Yelvanti has somebody right on him. Oh, and he throws it to the man going to the bench. Great awareness by Viren. And they're going to... no, they're going to lose the ball.
Play,
I thought the official was pointing in that direction. Viren was not looking, so he was going to the bench. And then he yelled at him. He turned and almost caught it.
Yeah. Just
Sam
a little
Clare.
hesitation there, and the ref was there, and just so much
Sam
things
Clare
happening
gets it
down
back.
there.
He shoots off the post. Walker didn't see where the ball was. It was right by his feet. Here comes Finland running the other way. Pekkanen, who scored on a penalty shot last night. That ball swatted ahead by England. No over and back. So Finland is going to get possession as Usitalo picks it up again. They lead 13-12. We're nearing the midway point of the fourth quarter. I'm Steven Stamp with Tanner Fetch. Thank you for being with us for the EBLC. Be here all week. It's going to get great. Rupe Jokela, watched by McDermott, pushes him down to the corner. 1 second to shoot. That one's late. And England will take possession. McDermott is there. Here we go. Past the midway point now of the fourth quarter. What a terrific match. Revive Hair Lounge enjoying it. And of course again, Kerry McMaster. Nate Clare takes that pass. Circles around behind the net. Throws it out. Goddard, pass. I thought he was going to shoot. Tries to go to Gilray. It was just too high. Goddard passes it down. Gilray takes the shot off Usitalo. It gets away from him, but he snags it with that stick. Fishes out of the far edge of the crease, and they throw it ahead. Viitanen holding on to the ball, waiting for his team to get out, and everyone's going to take a breather. It's a fantastic game of lacrosse. Shot! Almost a goal! Holy cow! Simo Teperi got it past Phillips, but it just rolled a little bit wide. Here comes England back the other way. Sam Clare, he's going to shoot. Stopped. Joachim Miller blocks it. Can they get a breakaway? Yes. Viitanen coming down. Shoot, scores! Sammy Viitanen. Oh my.
Wow.
Holy cow.
It became a foot
play.
race.
Sorry, it was Severi Koskinen who scores that one. And a great effort by Matt Symes racing back and tried to time the swing with the stick, but just protected well by Koskinen. Here we go.
Here it is. Foot race.
Gets a step ahead. Watch the effort.
Yeah. The speed and the quick
Koskinen
shot.
buries it. 14-12, 6:16 to
No
go.
screwing around, no fakes, just fires it on net and puts it home.
Yes.
Straight, simple across, and I like that. And here they go again.
There's a shot.
Oh, and there's a penalty,
coming. Yeah, not much question on that one. Finland going to the net, and a great position. Keith Gagne, you know, the officials, when they make a mistake, were quick to point out, I don't know if I agree with that one. Keith Gagne, the player slid into the net, and he just went and stood very calmly, didn't make a big show of it, but he just got himself between the English player who took the penalty coming around and the Finnish player. You can see, watch this, he just goes and stands in a position where there's not going to be any kind, just waves him around, calmly stands there. That's just very smart officiating, and I want to give them some credit because I have questioned a few calls over the last few days, but I just think that's a great bit of officiating. That's
definitely great job by the official there, especially when a guy goes into the goalie, because that's when gloves start flying. Things get a little crazy. So
David Clooney in the box. Finland on the power play. This would be huge. We talked about Finland's response every time England has had a run. Didn't look like they were going to get it for a while, but now they have. Altonen over to the far side. Jimmy Viren up to Altonen. Jokela setting a pick. There's a shot by Altonen. Oh, and almost right on top of the crease. I thought Teppery was going to pick it up and dunk it in.
I did too.
The way that Arthur had earlier, but no,
the similar goal that we saw down here in the English end. I thought, hey, pick up that rebound and put it home.
Is there a penalty coming? No, it's just going to be the sneaky 5-on-5. And now Phillips is actually going back.
There's a feed. Oh!
Was that in?
It was in. I thought it was in.
Oh my goodness. I have to cough. Hang on.
Wow, that was. It happened so quick that you could just see it barely tickle the twine. Just touched it. You see that little bit of the white string move. Oh, it might be hard to see. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, you can see
just
it at
that
the
string
back.
that was hanging there. I could see that from up here. I saw it move. I was like, oh, perfect.
I will say this game is not good for my voice. It's the 12th game in 3 days. I am going to lose my voice. I am so excited by this game.
By the end of the week, you'll be whispering.
I'm drinking a lot of hot honey water. Katie Bomer says, just got to say thanks for being fun announcers. You guys are great. Thank you so much for watching and for that comment. It's we are having a great time.
Thanks, Katie.
Here comes Finland. Joachim Miller drops the ball, but it goes over to the far side to Laaksonen, and he will just slow things down. Sorry, Matala. Marcus Matala. The 7s and 1s are always the tricky ones to tell apart. That was 71 Matala, now 77 Laaksonen. Jokela leaves it there. Selmi. Helminen down low. Selmi's going to go to him. No, he's going to go to the far side instead. Oh, actually, it was Teppery anyway down low, but that ball comes way out. It's picked up. Here comes Jack Foster. Great little move to sidestep and just slow things up. England's short-handed, and Phillips again is heading towards the bench. He gets about halfway.
Yeah, getting the offensive guys on the floor. Yeah. Smart move, smart play.
And Phillips is standing over by the Finnish bench, right up by the change box. So now he's going to go back to the net. Goddard comes out. Checks, passes it, diving shot by Gilray, and that is not going to make people happy. The Finns showing some great discipline.
Yeah.
And Marcus Matala just goes over and says, "Don't do that again."
Yeah, that was
exactly very calm.
Calm, cool, and collective. But don't you do that again, because next time we won't go as easy on you.
Here comes Gilray.
Let's take a look.
Nobody touches him. He just dives and
sprawled out.
Basically headbutts Lauri Usitalo in the groin.
Just spears him. Just.
I am just pleased for Usitalo and the rest of the goalie union that you have good protection.
Yeah. Well, now you got to.
Yeah, Gilray has gone to the penalty box. Michael Gillen talking to him, the captain not happy, but that's a penalty. There's no two ways. Absolutely.
Right? You know,
there's no question. I mean,
he was trying to get that goal. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
He was trying to get it, and he was working hard at it.
But you're responsible for not diving into the goaltender. You have to go in an angle.
Yeah,
you can't just dive in.
That's the goalie's area.
Yeah.
You got
Clooney races back as the first penalty ends, and he is immediately setting up. Power play Finland, 4 minutes to go. It's a 1-goal game. Next goal, huge if Finland can get it, especially. Teppery throws it back up to Käselmi. Jarno Altonen goes down to Jokela. There's the pass that skips away. Up top, Altonen shoots. Big bouncer up into the mesh, and 2 refs are saying, actually one ref is saying it touched off someone, the other saying there was a loose ball foul. Either way, Finland's got the ball.
They're all on the same page there. Oh, some physicality down there by the bench, too.
That's Jokela getting flattened.
Listen to the fans, the claps going, the guys got his drums going, rooting for the finish goal.
Now there's a penalty coming. That one misses.
Behind the back.
Yeah, Usitalo heads to the bench. Not sure why they're pulling the extra attacker, but that one goes off England. It was going to be finished ball anyway. As the penalty to England once again will make it 5-on-3. And again, I wouldn't have waited for the extra attacker to get there. I would have just taken the shot right away.
Yeah, you're right. We discussed this earlier.
Yeah.
That's the smartest thing to do.
Yeah. Michael Gillen heading to the box. He is getting frustrated. And we'll see what exactly the call was for. Is it holding?
Yeah, that looks like to be, that's Gagne. I guess he is doing the hold there.
Yeah, he's calling them in because Phillips again is looking uncomfortable. And I think it's legit. I mean, I don't think it's a Canadian timeout here. I think it's...
This is a legit one.
Yeah. The other one may have been too. I mean, bear in mind that people were saying they thought he was done. He went to the hospital after his shoulder was out.
So
went
this
back
could still be
dislocated his shoulder.
Lingering. Well, it looks like he just had a little drink of water and he's back up and at it though.
Oh, maybe it's the magic soccer water.
The magic stuff, like Space Jam.
It's a great shot of Tracy Koluski. His passionate coaching, you can actually see on the whiteboard. We're not going to reveal what he's dictating there.
No, you never want to reveal the magician's tricks.
No.
So 5-on-3, like we said, are such a punishable thing here. So England's going to really have to rise to the challenge on the defensive side.
We'll go 4-on-3 with Miller up top as the safety valve. Jokela. Teperi. There's what a save by Phillips.
Nice
I don't know how
saves.
he's doing it because he has got to be in pain. No matter what he's saying, if that happens to your shoulder, you're in pain. He's had to be checked out several times here. Jokela to Viren. Shot. Fake the pass. There's Kaselmi. There's down the pass. Oh, what a save on Teperi. Yemi Viren thinks he can convince them by throwing his arms up like he did for England at the other end. Give it a go. Doesn't work though. 22 seconds on the 5-on-3. Viren up to Jokela. Oh, the pass down low. That was tricky. Kaselmi.
Nice.
He stopped. That one's going to bounce out of play. It will be finished ball.
Well, that was a nice pass down low, and it would have been even cooler if he could have went back to the back door again.
Yeah.
'Cause he had
13
Phillips
seconds left in the 5-on-3. Yeah, no kidding. He had him moving, right?
Yeah.
Jokela down to Viren. Will they shoot? There's 8 seconds left on the 5-on-3. They score! They will! Jimmy Viren! Game of his life. He falls to the floor. That is a great celebration.
That's a dagger for the English team right now. And that's...
Especially with 5 seconds left in that first penalty because now they're still in the power play.
Still on a 5-on-4 power play.
Look at that pass by Jokela. So deceptive.
Yeah, and that underhand shot to finish it, and he drops to his knees to celebrate for the Finnish fans.
That's like the French Open celebration.
Yeah, exactly.
Mats Wilander or...
Saying this one's for you.
Roger Federer, Jimmy Viren.
I like that.
Just rips it.
Great shot.
A great shot.
Now we got a collision going, and there's bodies all over the floor. And we got a push on the back, interference.
Yeah, Finland possession.
Yeah.
So Jimmy Viren, how many goals has he got? He's got 1. He's got 2, 3, and that will give him 4 goals in this game as Finland looking to clinch second place in their division.
Could be the Gatorade Stars. Well, you know what? There's going to be tough decision to make that kind of.
No kidding. Jokela up top. He's been so good. The passing. Altonen throws it back up to Jokela. 39 seconds left. One more goal would really put a dagger into the English. And there it is. Jarno Altonen rips it. We're excited about this game, but NJ Tuominen is really excited next to us.
If you can't hear him, well, you might want to tune into the Finnish section.
I'm going to watch the Finnish one just to hear him calling it. I don't speak Finnish, but...
I wouldn't have a clue what he's saying, but it'd be exciting just to hear him. And look at that, BTB behind the back. Nice underhand sidearm shot.
Rips it.
Around the screen. Perfect. And the Finns, that's what they needed. The fans that showed up are loving it. They're getting exactly what they paid for.
Now, before you go anywhere, this afternoon there was a game between Netherlands and Poland, I believe it was. 3-goal lead for Poland with a minute to go in the game. Netherlands scored 3 goals in the final 53 seconds.
Wow.
And tied the game, sent it to overtime. And then Poland scored in overtime to win. But
a nail biter.
England could come back here. Do not give up. We're going to go and take a look at this one.
Never say never, right? You don't count them out yet. There's still lots of time. Like they can get a quick one here. Unless they just got a penalty now. That's not good.
Oh boy.
That's not good.
That's Beagle going to the box.
Yeah. Gotta stay
That is gonna
disciplined.
make
You
it
gotta stay
tough.
disciplined right now at this point in the game.
Yeah, the Netherlands goals were all in the power play. They weren't shorthanded.
But these are the stats here.
Yeah, but they scored 3 goals. Not in the last minute, but in the last 5 minutes. So I take it all back. They've changed the time. So forget everything I said. But England could still come back.
Yeah,
But it's 16-13. Finland definitely in the driver's seat here.
for sure. And on a
All
power
the
play.
games this week on fanseat.com. Come and watch them. Join us. We've got lots of exciting lacrosse to come. Right now, we've got 1:20 to come to see if England can creep back into this one. Altonen shoots, bangs the backboards around, and Kaselmi misses it. Here comes England the other way. 1:09 to go, and Phillips is heading to the bench. He's moving pretty well. That ball bounces, almost going over and back with Sam Clare. He's going to try and run around the check from... There we go. The ball is loose. It's picked up by Finland, rolled ahead. It is Matela. Marcus Matela deposits it into the net. 17-13. It's over. 48 seconds to go. You can tell England is dejected. Finland is jubilant.
Yes.
And Finland will win this game, almost guaranteed, 17-13. You can see the ball just bounces out. Nice little pass by Jani Vitanen.
Yeah.
And Matala just makes doesn't even shoot it, he just kind of lets it glide out of his stick.
Jumps up onto the glass.
Yeah, does the dashboard. I
Yeah.
love that celebration myself. I got to play at the Toronto Rock Athletic Center in Oakville. Beautiful facility.
Yeah.
Just as open. Here comes another chance. The shot. There's the save. And Aho wanted to get
There's
one, and then a
one.
check
There's
from
one.
behind. That's
Yeah.
going to be a loose ball push,
Yeah.
and Finland will get it back. But I scored a goal, and they let
That's a
the Rock
penalty.
Roadies go. It is?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, for sure.
One was just indicating
He
Finland ball.
doesn't like it, but
Yeah, no question.
protect the shooters on the back. It
But
is
I
what
went
it
up, I
is.
scored a goal there at the track, went over and I was ready to do that, put my foot up. You can see the check on the right here as he takes a shot. Yeah, that's a check in the back. So I went up to do that celebration, went up, got my foot on the dasher board. I thought the whole board was going to fall apart. The wall was shaking. I thought Jamie Dowler was going to be very upset.
I'm always worried that they might hurt themselves doing that, but
Yeah.
they're athletes, so they can handle
Exactly.
it, I guess. You know?
Finland, 20 seconds left, 14 on the shot clock. They're just going to hang on
Yeah.
to it, rolling in the corner. Rupe Jokela saying, come on guys, go to the bench. Go to the bench. I'm just going to throw it into the corner. Lobs it up to the far side. That's the second highest ball I've seen tossed up here.
I saw one
today.
earlier in the
you
game.
see that? Up to the lights?
You know, I haven't seen that happen ever.
No.
And now I've seen it happen twice in one day.
Yep. The shot from way outside, Usitalo lets it go by, and Finland will go and mob Usitalo after a huge 17-13 win that pleases this nice crowd here in Finland, including a little girl that you can't see right behind the big scoreboard that hangs down. She is waving a flag that is a Finnish flag that she can't even reach her entire hands across. It is such a big flag.
That's cute. Yeah, the #1 fan for sure there.
Yeah.
She's happy as can be.
Fan of the game right there.
Yeah, and the boys got her the W tonight.
17-13. What a game. What a tournament this is here in Turku, Finland. I'm Steven Stamp with Tanner Fetch, and that was some exciting
It
lacrosse.
sure was.
So,
You know-
tomorrow, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, that's exactly what you can pay for. This is exactly what we want to see in a tournament like this: is these close games, these battles in the trenches, that teams never give up, and it goes right to the very bitter end.
Yeah.
And there it is.
Bitter end for England, for
Yeah.
Finland, a thrilling end.
Bittersweet end,
Yeah,
and the sweet
tomorrow.
on one side,
Yeah.
bitter on the other.
3 games at the Gatorade Center tomorrow. At 2 o'clock, Netherlands versus Sweden. At 5 o'clock, Slovakia versus Switzerland. And at 8 o'clock, Austria versus Poland. All here at the Gatorade Center. We will have them live on fanseat.com, courtesy of the European Box Lacrosse Championships, the first ever. And they have been great so far. Wednesday, we start going to the playoffs. We go to the play-in games and the consolidation games to start working towards the final order. I am Steven Stamp with Tanner Fetch on behalf of the crew here, on behalf of everyone who is organizing a fantastic European Box Lacrosse Championship. Thank you so much for being with us. We will see you tomorrow.